Just come on in, fellas. Just come on in. Just come on in now. Just come on in. All right, guys. Today, and like I tell y'all guys know I do this whenever I get through running all my errands and do my Zoom calls, Skype calls and stuff, right? So I just start whenever that is. If that's 6 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. If it's 7 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock. If it's 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock, whenever that is. So I'm finished for the day, so I'm going to do the screen. So remember, guys, salute to my fellas coming in. Remember, if you want to join the show, the link that I pinned, that's how you join the show. Just come on in, Chase. Just come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in. My man Rick is in the building early. Salute to my man Rick. He's already in the building. We are in the building. All right. Just come on in, fellas. Just come on in. Just come on in. Appreciate the super chat, Chris. And the legend himself, my man Michael Metroke, is in the building. Mike has entered the building. Shout out to my man Mike. All right. So let me talk about what I had to talk about first. The things I say that guys take to the extreme. Let's talk about that. Masculine frame. I think there has not been something that I've said over the years that has not been more abused than masculine frame. Guys, masculine frame is not your excuse to sit there and look like a goddamn mute on a date. You carry on a conversation normally in a strong, confident tone without overdoing it, trying to become a comedian to entertain a woman. Okay? That's what masculine frame is. Look at Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's masculine frame. James Bond in all his movies. That's masculine frame. Masculine frame is not Michael Myers sitting there on a date looking like an idiot. All right? That's probably the number one. Number two, validation. I had a guy who said that in sex, he made a grunt or some kind of noise in sex, and he was wondering, was that too much validation? Like, this is where we going. Well, if a dude grunt or something doing sex, he wondered, was that too much validation? And this was a paid email, nonetheless. A paid email. A guy actually paid me to ask me if he make a grunt doing sex, is that too much validation? Like, this is the silliness that we going through. All I'm saying, guys, is you don't walk around and become a compliment factory. That's all I'm saying. Just don't be, oh, you look so good in that dress. Oh, look at your hair. Oh, my God, your eyes are so gorgeous. Just don't do that. I got a video on YouTube called Feed 'em Scraps, specifically for guys who think that when I say no validation, that means never say nothing positive to a woman ever in the history of your life again. No, that is not what I mean by no validation. Choosing signals. Guys, I cold approach. I will cold approach a woman. Choosing signals is a mindset. It is not a rule. If you see a woman, you're going about your normal day and you just want to cold approach, go cold approach. What I'm saying is don't specifically get up, leave out the house with the mindset that I'm going to attract women or get phone numbers. That's all I'm saying. I want you guys to learn how to live without female validation being a cornerstone of your life. That's all I mean by waiting for choosing signals. It doesn't mean you're a bitch if you cold approach a woman. That's all I'm saying. All right? So I wanted to get that out the way to explain to you guys that, yes, you can. Oh, I can just say, it better be a woman. When I looked down here and I saw them goddamn heart emojis, I said, this better be a goddamn woman. It better be. So appreciate. There you go. The bearded Hefner. Maximize ass intake. All right. I got my man Rick. All right, I got you, Rick. Let me get two guys before I get you. I got Rick. I got to get my man, the legend, the myth, the legend. Let me get. All right, I got an OG right here. So I want to talk to this OG right here. Let's see what this OG. What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
I'm just chilling. I'm working, man. About to close out my day. How about you? How you feeling?
I'm doing great, man.
Well, get a chance. I got your videos. It reminds me of the shit my dad told me when I was a kid growing up.
Your daddy was a pimp. Tim, you got your Wi-Fi or you driving? So your call is breaking up. I can't hear nothing you saying. Look like I lost Tim. Tim, call me back, brother, when you get to some Wi-Fi because you're breaking up. I can't hear nothing you saying, and it's freezing. Your phone is freezing.
I'll be about 10 minutes.
Okay, bro. All right. Let me go and get my man Rick. How many bitches you fucked this week, bro?
Nothing. And I'm gonna let you know why.
You know the chat light up every time, Rick. So I gotta go and get you in and out because they talk shit. They
could suck my dick from the back, is what they could do.
It reached around to the back. Wow.
Yo, you see how
I gotta use that one. I'm gonna use that one. She just sucked my dick from the back.
Yo,
wow,
you see how they try to start war with the guy that came on after me last time I came. How he said he disagreed with me. So they're in the comments like, "Ooh, Rick, you better not take that, Rick." You see how they try to split people up and they try to cause controversy? Shout out to that guy. But I want to ask you, AMS, how do I get what you know about the anterior pelvic tilt?
The anterior pelvic tilt, it comes from overactive hip flexors. So if you got when your pelvis tilt towards the front like that, your hip flexors are too tight, pulling it forward like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta release. You're gonna have to foam roll and stretch your hip flexors, primarily your rectus femoris. That's the big one that runs down the middle.
Okay.
And your groin too, because they assist in hip flexion. So your groin area too, your groin muscles.
Okay, my main concern is I started noticing when I'm laying down in the bed, I'm starting to see my rib cage is like
pulling. Yeah.
And it didn't look like that before. It looked normal before, and then all of a sudden, so I'm like, yo, am I dying of cancer or some shit? Am I losing weight? You know what I mean? It was like, why is my rib showing all of a sudden?
Right.
So I started doing my research.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need to do all the muscles that's gonna realign your pelvis. So you're gonna have to stretch your rectus femoris, your rectus abdominals.
Okay.
The 6-pack muscles. You're gonna have
like plank and stuff.
Yeah, because see, the rectus abdominis, they connect to the pubis, right? To the middle between your legs, the pubis, the bottom part of your pelvis. And when they strong, they tilt it back up, right? So you need to strengthen your rectus femoris and your glute muscles, right? Strengthen those, and you need to release your hip flexors.
So what's the most important stretches you say I do for that? Exercises.
You said stretches?
Not stretches, exercises. Like what you think our most important ones should be?
Crunches.
Okay.
I don't believe in sit-ups, but crunches. As long as you don't, as long as you know how to crunch the muscles without flexing your spine. A lot of people, you don't want to flex your spine. You want to know how to do
straight back.
It's actually, man, it's actually like when you do crunches, your back's supposed to stay on the floor and you're supposed to contract your muscles just like this. That's working your rectus abdominis.
So you're really not coming up?
No.
You're staying down.
See, when you come up with that L5 and that S1, all right? The S1 and the L5, that little disc between the S1 and the L5, that motherfucker there, that's the one that gives people, that's the one that herniates the most or get the bulge the most. And it comes from flexion of the spine. When you come forward over a long period of time, you pinching the front of that L5 and S1 disc. That's why you don't want to flex your spine. All right. That's why that's supposed to, so you're supposed to keep your back on the floor and just crunch your abdominals. All right. Also, you can do some planks, anti-flexion. Anything that works is anti-flexion.
Okay, so how long you think I can expect to see some, like to see it go back to normal? Because what I'm seeing, it's like my upper chest has muscle, and then the lower is like a line that separates it, and then the lower chest is like just fat, I guess, or whatever. Not fat, not like I'm fat, but you get what I mean. No muscle there.
I got you. It's probably fat there though. But we ain't talking about aesthetics. We talking about functionality right now, as in how to align your aesthetics is diet and stuff and calorie deficit.
I'm a vegetarian that does intermittent fasting. So.
Yeah, you tell me. Let me tell you something. If you are a vegetarian, intermittent fasting, or anything else, the thing is, it's still the easiest way to gain body fat is losing muscle. So that's the one issue that vegetarians run into. I don't want the vegans and vegetarians coming after me with hacksaws. I'm not saying you can't build muscles as a vegetarian and vegan. I'm just saying that that's one of the issues which would cause you to store fat easier because of the less muscle mass that you put on, right? So that'll cause you to store fat easy because you have a slower metabolism. So the less muscle, the slower metabolism, the easier it is to put on fat. But as far as the functionality, as in your anterior pelvic tilt, those glute muscles, hamstring muscles, work the hamstrings, because you got to understand.
Focus on the core area exercises.
The core, the glutes, and the hamstring all will bring your pelvis back this way, and you still, but won't none of that happen if you don't release those hip flexor muscles. You can strengthen your glutes and hamstrings and rectus abdominis all you want. If you don't release that rectus femoris, and I know that's the son of a bitch, the TFL and the rectus femoris, those are the prime hip flexor muscles that you're gonna have.
So what exercise specifically for that?
No, that's a stretch and foam roll.
What? Okay, what's it called?
Rectus femoris. That's the prime hip flexor.
Rectus
femoris.
Femoris. Okay.
Yeah. And that's rectus abdominis.
Okay, rectus abdominis.
Yeah.
Rectus femoris. Probably when I type it, it'll come up.
All okay. Right. And the TFL, you got to release the TFL. That's a hip flexor also.
I'll come back to the video after and then.
Okay.
Okay. And I got some life dilemma shit to talk real quick, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you remember when you made those videos where you said how at some point some shit is gonna happen and then it's gonna snowball and you're gonna be backed up if you don't save money? Well, now I'm like $10,000 in debt, and it's like every week is some other shit that comes up. $100 for this. So I spent like $2,000 to fix my car in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, $2,000 for that, put it on the credit card, and then I'm gonna just work. I know that sounds crazy as hell to you, but I had a savings, and then I used the credit card for that, and then I said I'm gonna just pay back the credit card, but I'm gonna have the savings over here. You get what I'm saying? I didn't go into the savings.
Did you have enough money in your savings to fix it?
You still there? Oh, fuck.
I see you, bro. Okay, we lost Rick. I can see him, but Rick, I still saw you, bro. I don't know what happened on your end, but I can still see you. All right. Let's see what we got here. 28 and make 98K in New York. Any tips to manage my money? I would use that money to make more money. 98K in New York City ain't a whole lot of money. So what I would do, I'll need more details, but in New York City, 98K, particularly today, is not a whole lot of money, particularly today with inflation. What inflation is now, 10%? So I would need more details, but my thing is to get this to probably double that. So I don't know. I need to know a little bit more details, but that's what I'll be focusing on. Appreciate you, Karen. Appreciate the love, Karen. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I see. I get you back on, Rick. What's up, Nathan?
Hey, what's up, AMS?
Looking like a broke ass Kevin Samuels. What's up?
I'm at work right now, so you gotta leave me alone. Hey, but I've been trying to hop on for a while, man. I just want to say, man, you literally changed my life. I've been watching you for about 3-4 years now. You changed my whole entire life, man. I can't thank you enough, man.
No problem, bro. No problem. How did I change it?
Man, you changed my mindset about like just women. Like so recently, okay, not about women. Yeah, about women, but recently, I've been saving a lot of money. How you said in case something bad happened. Mm-hmm. So I was in the military, but I got kicked out because I didn't take the COVID shot. So when I came home with nothing, no money, nothing. Mm-hmm. Car went bad on me. I was in debt, $3,000-4,000. Mm-hmm. Then I saved, like right now I got at least almost 7,000, in the past couple months just saving up. So that's when you taught me how to, save your money in case a bad time happened and I wasn't prepared.
Right. Good job for 7,000, bro. That's what's up. Seven stacks. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Shit, 7 stacks at 20 years old, boy. I don't think I had 7 cents at 20 years old. Good job, man. That's what's up.
Like I said, I'm at work right now. I actually just but enrolled in college yesterday.
Okay.
I'll start next month. So that's one thing. I know how you said you got to secure your future one way or another.
Right.
And I think that's hard because you can't just be out here working and say, oh, I'm just grinding. You got
to work smart, not harder. You know? So the thing with the college education or trade is that now you'll have a skill to bring to the marketplace to make more money. If you just go out as is and you don't have no skills or no education, then you end up working for $12 an hour because you don't bring nothing to the marketplace. But now you're going to have some mathematical or something that says, hey, pay me $120,000 a year. You see what I'm saying? What you taking in school?
I'm taking business administration associates.
Okay, business. Okay, and you got a grant or a loan?
It was only $700, but it's not that expensive. Like I'm taking 3 classes starting next month for like $700. It's not expensive at all.
Okay, how much the whole thing is?
It's probably would be like $4,000 or $5,000. I mean.
Okay, so that's good, bro. So that's a good investment.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that much. I had a few questions though.
Go ahead.
I left a comment the other day, asking about like that pop-up stuff, pop-up shop, meetup, book signing stuff. You ever thought about doing that kind of thing?
Say that again now, bro.
Like a meet and greet, like book signings, a pop-up shop with the merch and stuff like that.
No, man. So my thing, bro, in life is progression. All right. My time as alpha male strategy is slowly winding down, and so every step in life supposed to be a stepping stone to the next level of your life, right? I moved to New York. I became a bouncer. Then I became a trainer. Then that gave me the money to start my security company. But then I found my way on YouTube and become a dating coach. Now I'm transitioning to the next stage of my life because how I am is I always need a new challenge. So like I can do something for a little period of time, but like when I became a YouTuber, the reason I was able to give up the training is because my course that had to ran its course as a trainer. Like it didn't excite me no more as it did when I first started. And that's kind of like what I'm at with AMS. Like I done said everything I needed to say. And so now I started to transition into the next phase of my life. Like I'm not going to be a dating coach on here YouTube for the next 20 years saying, hey guys, make sure you hold that masculine frame and don't forget to wait on choosing signals and then get on your like, dude, how many times I got to say this shit?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So with me, everything is a phase of life and then you move on and then you do something else, could you imagine Nas and Jay-Z putting out albums every other year? Like, man, like, come on. How many times you need to hear about Jay-Z rapping about selling dope in Marcy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll still put music out and I'll still be on YouTube periodically. But what I'm saying is I'm not trying to expand this anymore, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. What all have you traveled to, like, in the year? Like, what have you done? Like,
I'm asking you the question, man. I'm asking you, ask me the question. I'm asking you the question. Where you traveled this year?
I went to Colorado.
Yeah, you done took over. You know, like, hey, where you traveled?
I've been locked in. I only went to Colorado during the summer, but other than that,
I went to Miami. And New York, I'm going to Vegas for my birthday, but that's pretty much it. I went to Miami twice, New York twice, and going to Vegas for my birthday.
Okay. Hey, did you know it's Hispanic Heritage Month?
I didn't know that.
You fucking Hispanic bitches this month for it?
No, I ain't fucking those.
Damn. I'm gonna hop off, but like I said, you changed my life, man, for real. I'm on the page,
bro.
Watching everything you put out.
Appreciate it, bro. No problem, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, bro. Be good. Keep going. So let me explain something to y'all guys. In life, life supposed to be a transition, right? Whatever you do, life's supposed to be a transition. And everything supposed to be a stepping stone for the next phase in your life. And so, say for instance, one of you guys right now are a trucker. And let's say hypothetically, you make $150,000 a year driving trucks. There ain't no way in hell 20 years from now you're supposed to be doing that same fucking thing. Maybe you do it for 5 or 6 years and save your money and you say, you know what, I want to do my own trucking company. And then you do that for 5 or 6 years and then you say, you know what, now I want to start open my own restaurant or whatever, club or lounge or whatever. But life's supposed to be about transitioning up. All right, not doing the same old thing. Could I be complacent and just stay on YouTube and make dating coach videos for the next? But I'm not finna do that shit, man. Everything runs its course and you move on to the next phase in your life. I've seen guys on YouTube and giving dating advice shit since 2012, 13. Like that just, man, you know what? I'm not even gonna get on that today. MS, do you still live in New York City? No, I left New York City because it's a liberal shithole. A liberal shithole. Y'all want to know what a liberal shithole is? A place that got high ass taxes because they kind of like wealth redistribution. You know what I'm saying? So California and New York, the two biggest liberal shitholes that you can find, and they got to tax so much because they got to do their wealth redistribution. Why do you think some women get mad when guys unsend messages if they curve them, leave them on red? Women can't handle rejection. You know, I think we all know that with women. Women cannot handle rejection at all. At all. Some will even get vindictive, you know. Should I take a fish oil, vitamin D, arginine, and creatine monohydrate all at the same time? Yeah, you can. And these are except the creatine, I take all three of these. I don't take creatine. Creatine is good if you're trying to build muscle. But I take these three right here: fish oil, vitamin D3, which if you black, you should definitely take vitamin D3 and arginine. If you black, make sure all my black guys on here, make sure you taking vitamin D3 because our black skin don't allow the sun to get vitamin D to our bodies. All right. So like the darker you are, the harder it is for the sun to get vitamin D3 into your body. The sun is where we get the vitamin D3 from, right? And so the darker you are, the harder it is to get the vitamin D3 into the skin. All right, let me see. What is your opinion on approaching girls where you're a regular? Any tip on how to approach or make conversation with girls there? Just normally, bro. But y'all guys got to be careful about approaching these girls at these coffee shops and stuff like that. Y'all guys got to understand that those girls are overly flirtatious because it's their job, is how they get tips and all that. So, okay, I don't know if you're talking about girls who work there or girls who just visiting. All right, so let's just say you're taking the girls that are visiting. The same way, guys, understand, guys, that when you approach women, whether it's a coffee shop, gym, or a club or whatever, make it quick and sweet because the woman got something she's doing, right? If the girl's at the gym, guys come up to me all the time because I'm AMS. Hey, man, I'm a big fan, blah, blah, blah. And guys keep it moving because they see me working out, right? Like don't try to, a girl who's working out, interrupt her workout for 5 minutes talking about a bunch of nothing, right? So you want to be in and out, right? It's people are going about their day. Be in and out, introduce yourself, find out what she like to, some spot she like to go to, and ask her if she's free Friday night for a drink or something like that, Saturday night for a drink, whatever. All right, be in and out. Don't shit around the bush. People got shit to do. Late. I'm 25. Really late. Dude, you 25. I ain't found my purpose till I was fucking 34. What the hell you talking about late? What the hell is you talking about late? Dude, I ain't found. We don't want to get into medical school. Do you think that's too late? Hell no. That's about right. That's about right. About 24 is about when you gonna go. No, bro. What you mean late? Don't nobody listen. Let's do some numbers on this. Let's hypothetically say you went to med school at 21. Right? At 21, you went to med school. And med school is what, 8 to 10 years. Dude, it's hard to get credibility as a 31-year-old doctor. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't let a 31-year-old doctor put a Band-Aid on me. I'm going to be honest with you. I would not let a 31-year-old doctor put a Band-Aid on me. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I'm not saying you can't be no doctor. I'm saying be a doctor, but what I'm saying is, as a doctor, most people only find you credible if you're like at least mid-30s, at least. You can't even run for president unless you're 35 years old. That's for a reason. Who the hell gonna vote for a 25-year-old president? I wouldn't even vote for a 35-year-old president. I ain't voting for nobody to do shit unless I see some fucking gray hair. So no, bro, you not too old. Civil engineer failed first business, trying again. Keep going, bro. The thing with that is, guys, is to make sure you learn from your mistakes. Analyze, see what you did, and see what you can learn from it. Because if you don't learn nothing from it, you're just going to repeat those same mistakes. So make sure before you start your next business, make sure you look and see exactly what you did wrong. Don't just jump back into it and you ain't learn shit. Well, you're going to fail again. How do you go about playing your cards after you get caught with another woman? Y'all, who heard that song Shaggy said? It wasn't me. No, don't say that. Don't say it wasn't me. Just own up to it and ask them, can y'all get past this? All right. I ain't never cheated a day in my life, guys. And that's because if I wasn't ready for a relationship to be monogamous, I just would never get into a relationship. Like once I get into a relationship, my focus has always been on that one woman. If I wasn't ready to be at that stage in my life, I would not get in a relationship. So the point, what I'm trying to say to you, young man, is that if you are in a situation to where you can't commit yourself, if you're not mentally mature enough to be with one woman, then just stay dating. Just don't get in a relationship. That way you don't have to worry about shit like that. I never got caught cheated. I never cheated on a girl because nobody could force me to be in a relationship. And if I wasn't ready mentally to be with one person, then I just didn't do it. Okay? So all my sleazeball talk I do and stuff like that, I ain't never cheated because if I couldn't be with just that one woman, then hey, we just going to stay dating. Did a market but struggling to get clients. I failed my first online business, but was using it as a learning experience though. If whenever I hear struggling to get clients, I got you, Tim. My boy Tim is back. I got you, Tim. And my man Rick, I see you too, bro. If you're struggling to get business guys, clients, it's the same way if you're struggling to get women. You got to look at how you're generating leads. How are you marketing your business? Do you have a big enough marketing budget? Are you targeting the right audience with your marketing? Okay. So like when you guys watch TV, right? And you watching a football game. If you're watching a football game, do y'all guys ever notice that a whole lot of man products, they talking Toyota trucks and all this other shit and beers and Budweiser, That's because they are targeting the male audience. They don't want to run no snuggle fabric softener through a football game. They don't want to run goddamn Tide bleach through a football game. So you got to strategically know who you're targeting with your marketing. You just can't market. You got to know what you're doing. Okay, you got to say, okay, this is a show that attracts young females. Why do I want to run something through this? And my product is geared towards men. So look at how you're targeting your audience with your marketing. Just don't run marketing like you run Instagram ads. You got to look and say, okay, what's the audience of Instagram? Is this my audience is for men 40 and older? Do you think Instagram is going to be an ideal situation to market if your product is geared towards 40, 50-year-old men and you run it on Instagram? Do that make any sense? So you got to make sure that you're looking at how you're marketing if you're not getting clients. Got a girl tell me I'm not her type after 5 months of dating. And how do you vet women? Thanks. I need to know, the main thing we need to know about that situation right there, fella, is did we fuck? Because if we fucked and she told me that after 5, hold on, make sure I got that right. The 5 months. Okay, so 5 months, I have a hard time believing you ain't had sex with her. So you had sex with her, but maybe compatibility was an issue. Okay, fine. Bro, this is just dumped. That's just getting dumped. It happens. What I would tell you is 5 months is long enough for a woman to fall head over heels in love with you. So if she didn't fall in love with you after 5 months, I can tell you right off the bat that you were her type and then you wasn't her type, because it didn't take a woman 5 months to find out you were not her type. So at the beginning, you were her type, and then somewhere down the line, you changed and you did not become her type. So look at what you did at the beginning of the relationship, the first 3 months. And I would say the last 2 months, she was starting to not like you until she got to a point to where she didn't care at all anymore. Because there's no way in the hell a woman dated you for 5 months and it took her 5 months. So the key point being, guys, is whenever you see that, that's a guy stopped doing something. I don't know what the fuck it was he stopped doing. He either stopped dating this girl, he either got too relaxed as far as his appearance, maybe he got too playful and too comfortable and got too playful and childish and didn't maintain frame like he did at the beginning. Maybe he didn't bring the sexual intimacy that he did at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning he, did foreplay and did all this type of stuff. Then as he got comfortable, he's just like, bitch, take them drawers off and start fucking. Like, you stopped doing something that you was not doing the first 3 months. That I can guarantee you. I have 2 options to go for as career: police officer, electrician. Which one is better? Electrician has a potential to make more, but a police officer is a very well-respected career also. If you asking me which one I would choose the electrician, because depending on where you at, you can make 80, 90, 100K as an electrician. You got to be damn police chief to make that. Be honest. I'm just being honest. You got to be a fucking police chief, not even captain. The captain ain't going to make as an electrician. If you put the hours in, you could make 6 figures. As a police, you just not gonna make that unless you got a super high rank. If we talking about prestige, obviously a police officer has more prestige in the community than an electrician. But I don't know if that prestige is worth $50,000, because that's about what you're gonna give up being a police officer versus being an electrician. Should I approach my hot neighbor? If yes, how would you do it? Yes, I would approach her. This is the thing. You got to weigh all the variables when you date women that are in close vicinity, right? It's a lot of shit that go on. First of all, you approach her. what do we? So we got to do a cons and pros here, right? What's the pros? Nice piece of ass, right? Conveniency, you know, she stay right next door. Convenience, so we ain't no commuting. But what's the cons? Okay, right off the bat, first thing come to mind is her seeing other women. Now here's the thing, guys, and you seeing other dudes. My man Johnny is in the building. My man Johnny is in the building. Shout out to my man Johnny. And he got a red do-rag on today. My man Johnny is not fucking around. All right. My man Johnny. Okay, but see, you gonna probably see her with other men, and she gonna see you with other women, right? So let's hypothetically say she said yes. Women know, and you know women are dating other men, and she knows you're dating other women. The thing is, we don't want to see it, right? So like if you dating girls and stuff like that, you kind of know if y'all not in a monogamous relationship that she's probably dating other men. Okay, good. But bitch, I don't want to see it. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue with a neighbor that y'all run into, is that y'all gonna probably be dating other people, and then she see who you dating, you see who she dating, that can be an issue. Okay? So you just have to weigh the cons and pros on that. I don't know how fine she is. That's what I need to know. If she's drop dead gorgeous, I take my fucking chance. If she's just like a 7.5, 8, I don't know if that's worth the headache. A 10, maybe so. Maybe so. Went out with chick on our first date. She was late and we went bowling. I was hungry, so we went to go eat. Made her pay for drinks. She hit me up to come over. Okay, so you made her pay for the drinks because she was late. Okay, come over so she could cook for me. High interest. Yeah, she bought the drinks. She bought the drinks. This is the thing, guys. Women are bad at time management, right? And I know guys gonna say, well, they late, they be on time for their job. Yeah, because you know you have a routine that you follow every day, right? So how many times have we guys went to a date and the location was a little funny, hard to, you know, traffic was unexpected, this, that, and the other, and you was 5 or 10 minutes late. It wasn't your interest level. It's like, you know, you don't know that routine. When a girl goes to work, she goes to that work job every day, so she knows exactly what to do, right? So how you guys can tell the difference between a woman being late is low interest versus a genuine just time management issue is what she does after it. One thing that you can judge it, if you say, okay, you late, you know, you first round of drinks on you. If she has an issue with that, there we go. There we go. If you late, you 10 minutes late, and I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, you just get the first round of drinks to make it up. If she got an issue with that, either the bitch is broke, entitled, or got low interest. It's one or the other. Because if you genuinely late, you should have no problem spending $10, $20 on a couple of drinks to make up for it. So the fact that she's coming to cook the next day and all that, I would say she's definitely high attraction. How's your rotation going? Will you ever just stick with one? Hell no. Guys, I can never be with one woman again. And this ain't no feel love thing or none of that bullshit. It's just that one woman bores the shit out of me sexually after a month, maybe 2. So I can never do that. Ever. Any fat loss tips? What is a good body fat percentage to maintain for life? A good body fat percentage to maintain for life is 12 to 14%. And as with any other weight loss thing, guys, is always a calorie deficit, right? A small calorie deficit, a 20% to be specific calorie deficit. That is ideal. If you want to lose weight, you should be in a 20% calorie deficit. What are your thoughts on some people hating on your cold approaches in some videos? Cold approaches in some videos? I don't think, I ain't did no cold approaches. I haven't done any cold approaches in the videos, bro. I don't got not one approach video. Not one. Your words are not everybody's gospel. Work for everyone all the time. All the best, bro. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's true. My stuff is, if you look at my material, what I tell y'all guys to do is really just nothing. Like I don't give pickup lines and all that other type of stuff. I don't do that type of stuff. My main thing is carrying yourself as a mature masculine man, being the best version of yourself. I don't really get into all the bullshit. Can I be true, authentic self and still have masculine sexual frame? It just depends, bro. It just depends on what your authentic self is. If you don't carry yourself like a masculine, mature man, then no. This is what I tell y'all guys to do. This is what I tell all y'all guys to do. Be as goofy and as playful as you want to be. But then on that same token, you can't go and make these incel videos crying and complaining that you can't get no ass. That's all I say. You can do what you want to do, you know. But then women got the choice to be and sleep with who they want to sleep with. And women tend to want to sleep with men that are masculine and mature. How can a man handle the loss of a loved one such as a family member? As in they were, is that my man Smelly? As in they were a big part of your life. The thing with that, bro, is you just got to give it time to grieve. That's it. You just got to give yourself time to grieve. And it's okay to be sad. You know, that's just life, bro. Give yourself time to grieve. One person, they might need only 3 days and they back to normal. Some people might need 3 months. Everybody's different. Atlanta's okay, but it ain't New York. It's okay, but it's not New York. No, nothing is fucking with New York. New York is New York. If a random girl don't want to sleep with me on the first day, curl off. Yeah, that is very delusional. Yeah, that's very delusional. You're going to have a low rate, bro. What does it mean if I found out my current main chick smashed someone else 1 month after we started dating? Though I never initiate contact, she pursues me to this day. Yeah, that's not girlfriend material, bro. Yeah. A relationship is built on trust. And so if you can't trust her, then that's no relationship. So if you find out she smashed somebody else, she's not qualified to be a girlfriend because you can't trust her. If you're going to be in a relationship, you have to be able to trust that person. Asked our coworker after 3 weeks flirting, she said, I didn't go out with men and don't get me wrong. How to reply act? She Muslim, controversial. I wouldn't worry about her. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about her. I would take that as a rejection and move on. Yeah, that's a rejection, bro. That's a rejection without rejecting you. That's what that is. Date with me tonight due to a family emergency, and she asked me to reschedule. What should be a good course of action from here? So since she asked you to reschedule, bro, I would reschedule. If she didn't ask you to reschedule, I would have said to hell with her. But since she asked you to reschedule, it's probably bullshit. We know that more than likely. Something else, more interest. Could have been a girlfriend, could have been a dude, whatever came into the picture, and she'd rather do that than be with you. But understand that you're just coming into her life, and so you're not a priority yet, and that's fine. But more, you know it's bullshit. But she did ask you to reschedule, so. Slim guy starting gym aside calories. You gonna need a good hypertrophy program, bro. All right, make sure your reps stay in that 8 to 12 rep range. That's the hypertrophy rep range. Stay up in there. But you can stay all up in there if you want to. If you don't got a good structured weight program, it won't mean a hell of beans. You need to know exactly what you're doing. So you can just Google good hypertrophy programs on Google, and they'll give you some good hypertrophy programs. Because you need a program, you need a structured program. Just going in the gym, lifting and stuff, and you don't know what you're doing, ain't much gonna happen. I promise you it won't. You'll either overtrain, undertrain, do something. Good luck, bro. Appreciate the super chat. My man Tito. That's the key. I've walked away so many times, and more often than not, 2 weeks later, you get a call from the woman you walked away from. That's true, bro. That's true. Almost another year dating a friend's ex, I got in a relationship with her. She chased me a lot. We just clicked. Is it wrong? Nope. Oh, a friend's ex. Yeah. Unless y'all not friends no more, all friends, ex-girlfriends are always off limits. I don't care if it's 20 years down the road. If y'all still friends, you can't date his ex. Even if he gives you his blessing. Even if he gives you, even if he says, hey man, I'm cool with it. Even if you say that, you can't fool with your friend's ex, guys. They always off limit as long as y'all friends. Yeah, that goes against the bro code. I don't care what he say. I don't care if he says, oh, it's cool. It was when I was a trainer at the gym. One of my friends at the gym had fucked one of the girls who worked there, but he stopped talking to her. So she started coming on to me. The second I found out that she had to fuck with that dude, I stopped talking to her. I ain't know they had something going on before, I got there, and then they kept it low key and stuff like that. But when I found out that he talking about something, you go ahead though, man. That was before. No, nope. Hell no. And she was fine too. Hell no. And be a full-time student in college, I do have bills to pay. You think it's a lot? No, it's been done, bro. That's been done before. It's plenty of people that done that before, that done worked full-time and went to school. That's been done before. Younger girls, 18 to 22, seems like they don't want to set dates or call, only want to text all day. So y'all guys got to understand that when you get women phone numbers and they won't set dates, when you get women phone numbers and text, that means that they're not interested in you physically and stuff like that, that they just want some attention, or they just want to, didn't want to tell you no and want you to get out their face. So how we judge women interest around here, guys, is will they set a date or not? That's how we judge women interest. Women will give you a phone number just, to get you out their face, or they just want some attention, whatever, right? But that just lets me know their interest level, bro. At the first date, haven't talked in 4 months. We finna work out tonight. This is a good situation to gain her up, in my opinion. No, sounds like she put you in the friend zone, bro. Yeah, sounds like she's trying to put you in the friend zone, so don't go for it. You want to game me up on a date. I usually don't smash, but then I never hear from her again to set up a second date. How do I smash a girl with the least number of dates? First of all, that's so the issue we having, bro, is we got to look at the issue what you're having. The issue what you're having is you're lowering the women's interest after the first date. So you're doing something on the first date that initially the women found you attractive, and then they lost interest. So you got to look at that. You got to look and say, okay, I had the women's interest and I lost the women's interest. So you're doing something on these dates, bro. All right. Let me finish my man Rick. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. Yo, life is real right now. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so $2,000 something for the car. And then I came to the point I fell into like a little 2-3 week depression or whatever. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So I was kind of feeling, ended up spending a lot of money on food and snacks and all this bullshit, right? So then I came to the conclusion, I said, okay, I'm gonna go finish this degree. So in a year and a half, I'm gonna finish the degree. So I go paid $3,000 for the semester. So now I'm at like, I think $6,000 in debt now. But I'm like, yo, I'm working full time and everything. So I'm gonna harness most of the extra money right back in. And then I calculated it in 3 months, it should already all be paid off. So I'm cool.
Okay.
Come into the crib 3-4 days ago. The crazy bitch upstairs is like, oh, yeah, you're gonna have to leave because the landlord, some bullshit with the landlord. So now I find out I'm uprooted out this crib. So I gotta go next month. So now I gotta go next maybe $1,000 to go get the new place. So I got the new place already, but now I'm like $8,000 in the hole. Then I get a tip from my dad. A ticket came to the house, a red light camera ticket, $300 for that. I go to the courthouse to pay the ticket. I just say, I tell the lady, do you have anything else on there on my file? I'm thinking she's gonna tell me no. There's 2 other tickets, another $300 one from like a month ago, and then another $150 one. You see what I mean? So it's like every week. Is that another person?
Yeah, I tried to add a third one on there, but he hung up. Looked like.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but so it's like every, and then now I'm sitting over here an hour ago drinking water, and all of a sudden I start feeling this little pain in so now I gotta go to the dentist. So I might have to go fill a cavity. It's like every 2-3 days is like something adding on top. And I'm thinking like if I had that $10,000 just saved, I could have cleared everything out.
There you go.
And I see what you mean when you say like a hard lesson, because I can't see myself after this ever not having 5, 10, 15 grand in the bank. I can't even fathom it ever again.
I don't know how you sleep. I don't even know how people sleep without it. Cause something always will happen, bro. You gotta have that emergency fund.
What was funny? This time last year, between this time last year and now, everything was smooth. I think the only thing that happened was like in the winter, the battery in my car died, and it was like $100 to fix that, easy. And then everything was just, you get up, go to work, you buy this, you do what you want. Okay, I have $1,000 saved at this point, and then over time I spend $200 here, or I gotta fix this, and then you're kind of like treading the line, right? You're treading the game. Then a bunch of shit just comes back to back to back. So now I just gotta suck it up, you know what I mean? But yeah, but do you have like suggestions on what I should do to kind of like limit any more issues, or even to bring more income?
So
like, what would you do in this position? Pretty much, what would you do?
If I was in your position, what's your school schedule now?
I have 3 classes right now, or 4, and they're only from Wednesday to Friday. So I was thinking just to squeeze in work on the empty days.
And what kind of work?
What you mean?
What kind of work?
Like the job I'm doing now, it's warehouse work.
You probably would make more money doing Lyft or Uber.
My car is not modern enough.
I got you. Okay. All right. So, and there ain't nothing else so you got an income problem. There ain't a better job that you can apply for to make more than the warehouse work?
No, because I'm already at like $20 at that one.
Oh, okay.
I have no skill, right? So
okay.
So doing a little overtime at the warehouse would cut it down over time really, really well. So I'm not really worried about being stuck with the debt. It's more so if I could clear the shit out as quick as possible, which I could do in like 6 months. Okay,
so the issue is now that we can't generate more money because you go to school and you got to study and stuff like that, and you already working. So then I got to say, okay, well then we got to bring down our living expenses so we can start putting some towards this debt. So you got to, since you can't create more, since you're in school and you can't work more, we got to look at what can we cut out our lifestyle so we can have some money to throw towards this debt, or at least start doing something.
I'm kind of a minimalist, so we could see. I could let you know, but I'm kind of a minimalist already.
Okay.
But like I only spend like $100 on food for 2 weeks.
Okay.
You get where I'm coming from. So it's like I have that. I'm only paying like $200 for car insurance. The new crib I'm going to is only like $900 a month. Aside from like phone bill and stuff, I don't really have too much. And then the income is maybe $3,000 a month.
Okay. All
and
right.
then how much I work.
So right now you're just making the minimum payments on this credit card.
No, I'm trying to put down like at least $400 per time I get paid. My worry is I don't want to keep getting hit with $300 for this and $400 for that. You know what I mean?
Three. Yeah, that's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
So you need to. I really don't know what's going on in what you can do or something. You got to either generate more money. The math is the math, right? So we got to look and say, okay, is there any way I can get more work in, or is there anything I can cut? Like the math is the math. You just can't snap your fingers and say, okay, I'll go $5,000. That's the math. We either got to create more, which I don't know what you can do or what's going on in your town, or whatever. It's like, can you generate more money? If you can't, then you got to cut something, or you just gonna have to wait till you get out of school and you could work more.
Or okay, because the only thing I'm thinking, because I can't cut nothing out. I'm at the bare minimum already, right?
Well,
so the only thing I can do is work overnight or something.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do. Then you gotta generate more. The number is the number. The numbers are the numbers. Either you got to generate more or you got to cut some out. You say you can't cut nothing out, then the only thing you can do is generate more.
Okay.
So see, can you generate an extra $100, $200 a month to throw towards this debt? That's all you can do.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
When Kevin Samuels was talking to women and he was telling them mistakes, you can't, when women talking about something, well, that was in my 20s, that you still got the mistake. You still got to deal with the mistake. When they start talking about something, well, Kevin, that happened when I was, don't matter. You still that. Just because you regret it now don't mean we can just act like you ain't got 3 kids. And just because you regret it now, we can't just act like that, $10,000 debt just gonna go. It's there. And so this is the situation we dealing with. I know it was you like smarter now and you know better now, but the situation is still there.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But
right.
I appreciate the game.
No
before I leave, Johnny, what up, man?
What's up, Brett?
Yo, I remember Johnny from like 2 years ago.
Johnny,
I called in. I think we called him live.
Legend.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah,
I feel like it's only been a year.
I don't know if you remember, but I had the black outfit on, talking about my music or whatever.
Y'all get a room, man. Y'all get a room.
Anyway, salute,
right,
salute,
man.
Johnny. All
right, be good, bro. God, y'all get a room, man. All right, all right, go ahead, Johnny.
How's it going, AMS? So today I just have some like fitness questions, and I can let the other guy go.
Okay, go ahead.
So during my weight loss journey, like,
man, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah,
I got you next, Tim. I got you. Let me get Johnny first. I just put you on the screen with him. That's all.
Damn, fucking internet.
All right, so I've noticed during my weight loss journey, I'll lose like about 20 to 30 pounds, and then I'll hit a plateau for like a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently broke my plateau again, so I was at 190 for like a good 9 months. It was really, really frustrating. Okay. Now I'm down to like 173, and I feel like I'm gonna be stuck at another plateau for another 9 months. So what's like an easier way to kind of like break the plateau? I'm doing.
What's your macros right now?
My macros is I'm doing like a calorie cycle and a carb cycle. So I'll eat like low carbs.
What's low carb?
I'm sorry?
What's low carbs?
I want to say like between low carbs. My low carb day would be like 30 grams of carbs. My high carb day would probably be like 100 grams of carbs. And mid will be like between 50 and 80 grams of carbs a day.
So on average, what's your calories on average? What's your calories?
My calories, I want to say between 17 and 1900.
See that therein lies the problem. You don't have no structure to your diet, and that's why you're reaching these plateaus, because you don't have nowhere to go. So, for instance, this is how you should diet. Let's hypothetically say you start your diet at a 20% calorie deficit, and I'm just doing general numbers. I'm not saying for you, but I'm just talking about general numbers. Let's say 2,000 calories a day push you at that 20% deficit, right? Let's just start there. All right. The first month, you stay on that for a month. The first Monday of the next month, you drop another 10% from your new calorie amount. All right. So now you would drop another 200 calories. And then a month after that, you would drop another well, it'll be changed then. It'll be 10%. And if so 10% off that'll be 180. Off of that 1,800. So you get what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I'm taking notes.
So the point what I'm trying to make is, if you don't have no structure to your diet, you have nowhere else to go because you're just free willing it. When you have structure to your diet, if we start our diet at 2,000 calories, and then after that, every month we drop it 10% calories. Well, in 6 months, look how, so the point being is you can't plateau out because we keep taking calories. So the point being is you can't plateau out because I'm keep pulling calories. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep pulling calories out each month.
Right. So you have to have your diet structured to where you can't. Now, here's the thing. We are going for fat loss, not weight loss. So the scale can stay the same, because your body will hold water in the form of edema. And so on the scale, you will see that, hey, I'm not losing weight, but you're losing fat. Your clothes don't fit the same, but the scale is right, that you're not losing anything. And that's because your body has a process to keep equilibrium by holding water, since you're losing fat, because your body likes homeostasis. It doesn't like change in your weight, but eventually your body will release that water. I've had clients that plateaued out for a whole month, and then 1 week they'll just lose 6-7 pounds. Now, did they really lose 6-7 pounds in a week? No. What happened was they were losing fat.
The water left.
Training water. And when their body felt comfortable, it released that water. So you got to make sure that when you're doing these diets, that if you know you're pulling calories, even if the scale isn't moving, if you're pulling calories, you're losing fat, but you might not necessarily be losing weight, because your body will hold water to keep equilibrium.
Yeah, because because I do the in-body scan at the gym every month. So I noticed last month I gained 5 pounds, but it was all muscle, but and a little bit of water in a month. Yeah.
Okay.
I gained like 3.5 pounds of muscle, and probably the 1.5 was probably water, and my body fat percentage also went down last month.
All right, so the 5 pounds was not muscle. It was not subcutaneous water. It was, so when you bring the carbs back into your body, when you do a low carb, you deplete your muscles of glycogen. When you carb up and put the carbs back in your muscle, 3 parts of that is going to be water. So part of it is the carb, and part of it is water. It holds water. Not that you put 5 pounds of muscle tissue on. You put water back in, but it wasn't even the subcutaneous water like under the skin. It was the muscle that stores the carb that holds the water inside the muscle. So when a lot of people say I put 5 pounds of muscle on, it's not necessarily muscle. It's necessarily the water that's in the muscle that went with the stored carbs. So like if I deplete, let's hypothetically say I do a low carb day for 2 days in a row. Well, the water that is held with that carbohydrate is going to release too. So if I get on the scale in 2 days and I carb depleted, the scale might say I lost 9 pounds. I lost 9 pounds of water, but it wasn't the water that you think. It was the water that came out of the muscle that was held with the glycogen. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And so when you carb up and carb deplete, you're going to have this water loss, and that's because water stores in the muscle with the glycogen.
So how would I know if it's actually muscle then?
Well, you won't know it's muscle because your muscles will get bigger with the water. You only know if you put on muscle by your lifts. If you benching 135 for 10 reps, and then you start benching 135 for 20 reps, then you put on muscle. If you gain 10 pounds and you lift the same goddamn weight, well, we know we ain't putting no damn muscle on. So you only can tell if you put muscle on by your lifts.
By me increasing my weight. Got it. But it would be like either lean muscle or like bulky muscle. Like how would I like appear a little bit bigger instead of just leaning out?
How you appear bigger is by leaning out. That's how you appear bigger by getting a smaller waist, giving you that shoulder ratio, that X frame, that bodybuilder. Right. So like a lot of the guys that you see that are look jacked and stuff like that, put them on a scale. Like when you see guys in the gym, they're looking all jacked and stuff like that, and you're like, Jesus, he's huge. Put them on a scale. And I guarantee you a lot of those guys are probably 30 pounds, 20 pounds lighter than what you thought they were. It's that hip to shoulder ratio that gives them that look of being bigger than what they are. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. It's about getting that waistline down to give you that broad look. It's not necessarily about being a super. You don't have to be Ronnie Coleman to. All right, I want you. If you go look at any of the past old bodybuilding, look at some of the guys who had the classic shapes. Right, Sean Ray, Kevin Levrone before he blew up. Now I know he got big at the end of his career, but earlier in his career, Jay Cutler was big, but Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray, who else? Flex Wheeler before he got too big. But these are guys who had that classic frame, and they looked a lot bigger than what they were.
Okay. So it's all about that V.
All about that V, that shape, that waist to hip shoulder ratio. That what gives you the that look of being big.
Because I'm not trying to like get huge, but when I have my shirt on, I want women to look at me and say, "Oh God, he looks like he can lift."
Well, I'm looking at you now, and I would say this is the steps that you need to do. If I was you, I would diet down as lean as I could, preferably 10% body fat, 8 to 10.
That's my goal.
And then do a year bulk.
A year bulk.
Yeah. Lean bulk.
All right. I might actually come back on the show to see if how to get on a bulk once I hit that goal.
All right. What's your macros? You need to know exactly what your macros are. You need to know exactly how many carbs, proteins, and fats you're putting into your body. Ideally, you want to be 20% protein, 30% fat, 50% carbs. That's not going to be what the bodybuilders are going to tell you. Bodybuilders are going to tell you like a 40-40-20 split, but I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, you don't need all that goddamn protein.
Yeah, everyone and their mom is telling me, you need to up your protein. You need to up your protein.
No, you don't need to up.
I'm eating fish, eggs, chicken.
How much? See, that's the key. Just because it's lean meat, don't mean that you can just eat as much as you want just because you think like, hey, this is lean chicken breast. Well, chicken breast has calories, and so if it's going to take you over your caloric amount, it don't matter if it's sweet potatoes, brown rice, oatmeal, egg whites, and chicken breast. If you overconsume, you'll overconsume. It don't matter if it's generally healthy food. It don't matter. You can gain weight eating healthy food. So you got to make sure I know what you're doing. You just eating healthy foods, and you just think like, hey, I'm eating healthy. I should be losing weight. And that's not necessarily true. Healthy foods generally are more satiating, right? So generally speaking, it's harder to overconsume oatmeal, egg whites, and chicken breast and brown rice. What I'm telling you, a guy like me with a big appetite, I can. I can gain weight eating healthy because I got a big ass appetite. So while it's harder to gain weight eating healthy, you still can if you're not counting your calories. And so typically speaking, if you are not getting any green vegetables in your diet,
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you should be okay, but I still need you weighing and counting those calories.
Okay.
All right, bro.
All right. Can I ask you another question?
Go ahead.
I have a lumbar lordosis.
Yes.
And it's pretty common with people with my type of dwarfism. It's like, what are like straightforward exercises to correct it?
So your lower back is more like going into an anterior pelvic tilt, causing you to have more curve in your lumbar area is what you have.
Yeah.
And so if you heard me talking to was that Rick who asked me that about the pelvic tilt?
I was hearing like the last minute of it once I joined, and I was trying to get on my spot.
Yeah. So basically, you got too much of the anterior pelvic tilt, causing you to get too much curve into your lower back. So I'll tell you the same thing I told him. You need to strengthen your glutes. You need to strengthen your hamstrings. You need to release your rectus femoris and your TFL.
What about a hip adductors?
Yeah, they assist in hip flexion, but they're not the primary. But yeah, you can release them too. You can stretch hip adductors only assist hip flexion.
Mm-hmm.
They're not so, but you still need to release them and stretch them too. So basically, this is what I'm saying. All the flexors are pulling your pelvis anteriorly forward.
Right.
That's what's giving you that curve in your lumbar area. What I'm telling you is you need to release those, stretch and release those, the rectus femoris, the hip adductors, and the TFL, and you need to strengthen your glute muscles, your hamstrings, and your rectus abdominis. Because your rectus abdominis, it inserts at the pubis, and when it get weak, it'll allow your hip flexors your pelvis to tilt forward. So if you strengthen that up, the rectus abdominis, it'll start to pull your pelvis back up into the right position and give you the natural curve in your lumbar.
Okay. So with squats, fix it, barbell lunges, all of that?
Yeah, all that's good for your glutes, your hamstrings. You can do hamstring curls, do crunches for your abs, but that's only going to be about 25% of the problem. 75% of the problem is going to be your hip flexors and the hip flexor muscles, primarily the rectus femoris. As you can strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings and your rectus abdominis all you want to. If you don't release that hip flexor, the rectus femoris, I promise you, you will not fix this problem. Because that's 75% of your problem right there. The hip flexor muscles.
The rectus femoris?
Yeah, that's the big one that runs right down your femur.
Femoris. Okay. And what are good exercises for that one?
That's release. You want to release that. So you want to foam roll the rectus femoris.
Oh, okay.
Stretch it.
So hamstring curls, squats, lunges, that should be good.
That's good for your glutes, hamstrings. You can do good mornings. You can do a lot of people like to consider good mornings for like the lower back. So you can do like stiff leg deadlifts.
Oh, is that the thing where you go on the machine and you just pull back?
Yeah.
I started doing those.
I was talking about it from a barbell point where you bend over.
Oh, I'm nervous doing that. I grab a plate and I just do it, and I hug it and I bring it back with me.
Right, that's good for your lower back. But you typically, why I stop recommending good mornings is I typically try to stay away from spinal flexion.
Okay.
Yeah, so typically, if you're doing anything that's causing spinal flexion, I would stop it if I was you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to train the lower back, just do anti-spinal flexion. That's all you got to do, just anti-spinal flexion. You don't have to actually flex the spine because that L5 and S1 disc, that's the disc that's the one that herniates the most, that L5 and S1 disc. And anytime you do spinal flexion, that's the one you're compromising. So you could just do anti-spinal flexion, which means that you could get on that same machine you're talking about and just hold the dumbbell for 60 seconds instead of bending.
Instead of swinging back and forth.
Right, just hold it for 60 seconds.
All right, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just want to say something real quick. Thank you so much. You've actually changed my life for the better. My numbers with women have gone up tremendously, but now I'm at that point where I'm tired of dating. I'm just working on myself.
Right.
I got my hit now of attention. I'm not so insecure.
Right.
Things are going really great for me. And now I don't even care about going on dates right now. I'm just focused on getting my certificate and just getting all my shit squared away. Then that comes later.
There you go.
Guys, he knows what he's talking about. You guys really need to just get your shit together. The ladies will come whenever you want.
There you go, bro.
All right, but that's it. But thank you so much.
Be good, Johnny. Johnny the legend. My man, Johnny the legend. What's up, Tim?
Hey, what's up, bud?
What's up, bro?
I'm just chilling at home, smoking a cigar, man.
What's up, brother?
Not a whole lot, man. What about yourself?
I'm doing great, brother.
It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. I forgot what we were talking about. We got interrupted with the internet connection, man.
What was it? You talking about your job?
I mean, I just got off work.
Shit, I can't remember, Tim. You should have wrote it down.
He was talking about his father.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you said that, bud. Yeah, I was telling you that my dad wasn't a pimp. He was more like an alpha male savage. Didn't take shit from nobody.
Okay.
Well, he's actually my stepdad, but that's who raised me.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. You took right after him?
Huh?
You took after him?
An attitude? Yeah, just because I saw it ever since I was a little kid. I mean, he was chief of narcotics when I was growing up.
Okay.
And I was always around just like type A males, bro. I was never around any type of like beta male dudes.
Okay.
My dad wouldn't allow that shit.
Right.
I mean, everybody, even his side of the family was cops. My mom's side of the family was military.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no room for weakness, and there was not much empathy in the family.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. You have a question for me?
Not really, but you brought me on the show. I was just in here listening, and that other dude that was on, he was talking about his lower back.
Right.
I was just going to suggest to the man, if he's got a reverse hyper machine in his gym, hop on that damn thing.
Yeah. I need to know what machine you're talking about, but
it's like a pendulum that you hook your legs into and you swing up. You got to flex your glutes and you swing your legs up, where it's like as level as your glutes, and then you let the weight come back down, and it stretches your spine out and it flexes it at the same time.
You talking about the one you hanging upside down from hooks?
Nuh-uh. It's like it looks kind of gay because you're bent over and you're hanging on by your hands in front of you like this.
Okay.
And you get your feet strapped. If you Google it, you'll Google reverse hyper machine, Louis Simmons. There's all sorts of shit.
Reverse hyper machine?
Yeah, reverse hyper.
All right, let me see. Okay, let me see what we got. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, this what I was telling them. Yeah, this is the one I was telling them. Where I told them to just hold the weight. Yeah, that's what I was telling them. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Hey, no, sir. You for sure is fucking badass, dude. I love it, bro. Take care.
Thank you, Tim. Be good, bro. What's up, brother?
Yo, I'm with the legend himself. You know.
What's up, brother?
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've been following you for a long time. You know, like a lot of guys here. Since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I followed you after some girl broke my heart, and
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, I feel like it was just a needed, series of lessons that are to be learned. I just want to say I appreciate you for those lessons over the years. I've been following you for the past 4 years, and I like that you evolve with the times and your content is not the same, you know. So
Right. Appreciate it.
thank you for that. Yeah. Plus, you're very intellectual. Like a lot of dating guys, they have things that they teach, but they don't expound on it in a way that's very applicable to a lot of
Right.
experiences. You know, they
Right.
they over sensationalize certain things. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But beyond that, I have a bunch of questions. Maybe I'll try to ask 2 or 3 since other guys want to jump in.
Okay.
The first one. So right now I work. I did engineering in college, and I work as a civil engineer. I'm the one who asked the question about living in New York and
Right.
things and stuff. So you're right. Like that amount of money is not that much in New York City. It's like it's good on paper, but like when you consider expenses, and I take care of my family as well, that should go quick. So I've been trying to do like this online marketing thing. I'm really good with Facebook ads, Google ads, and all that stuff. But my issue has been kind of one balancing my time between work and trying to do that, because I feel like when you want to pursue clients, you got to grind it out a little bit and do a lot of work, outreach, and all that stuff. And I feel like my problem wasn't really getting leads, but it was more so closing the leads. So I feel like my offer was always kind of off. Like I've closed maybe 10 clients so far in total, and I've made maybe just like less than 5 bands over the entire 2 years I've been doing this. And I mean, it's something that's a proof of concept, but it's not enough to really be like, oh, this is my business that I'm doing. So I'm trying to see, since you have a lot of sales experience, like what do you think just from
I was just gonna ask you what's the number one reason you think that you wasn't closing on the deals?
I think number one, the service I offer is I do ads for people who want to do people make music. I started doing that because part-time I also make music, and through wanting to know how to push my music to a lot of people, I learned about Facebook ads. And I also just generally enjoy the side. Like I'm a techie guy, like I like things like that with numbers and all that. So that's how I got into running ads, and I got kind of good at it, working with agencies and stuff. But I want to do my own thing whereby I have my agency and I have clients. I always hear you even talking about clients, people who need to run ads for their Google ads and stuff. So I do the type of service. But long story short, I feel like closing clients for me has been, I think, the offer that I have. So like some people might not trust the service because I'm still new, and some people, for example, people who make music don't really have enough money to pay for like a couple $100 per month for me to run their ads. So that's another objection that I've seen. Then for people who,
when they give you that objection, what do you say?
I've tried to be reasonable, because I take it from my own personal experience, like to try to offer prices that they can afford, or even like a payment plan. But also the problem with my service sometimes is I also
see, listen, hold on.
What?
In your business,
Yep.
You have to show me. It's not about listen. Follow what I'm finna say. You have to show them that what you're offering pays for itself.
Yeah, that's good.
So, like, let's hypothetically say you came to me by some business ad or something like this, and you say $10,000, and I say, man, I don't got $10,000. I got it, but I don't got it. Right? You have to show me that by spending that money with you. Not only am I going to get that 10,000 back, but what you're offering is going to pay for itself.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you weren't conveying how what you're selling gonna pay. So they got the money. It's just a matter of, do I think that I can get my money's worth?
Yeah.
You weren't selling it good enough to show them that the product was going to pay for itself. So when you tell me that I can pay for it, it's going to pay for itself, then hell, that you're basically telling me that it's risk-free on my part.
Yeah.
So now I need to just convey to you how it's going to pay for itself.
Gotcha.
You got what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like showing like a return on investment before someone even invests in it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to pay for itself.
Gotcha. So I think I managed to do a little bit of that, but not successfully. So what I did was I had a few clients. people run business on Shopify, Amazon, all that new stuff that's there because of this pandemic opened up a lot of businesses. But I also have seen a lot of jaded people who have kind of experienced a lot of people who have bad services. So when they come to me now, they have all these different terms and conditions, and it just makes kind of navigating the whole thing kind of tiresome sometimes. Like, oh, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this all the time. I mean, I'm very passionate with a lot of clients, but there's certain things that I feel like can be demotivating sometimes because they don't have that trust factor in you, of which, the way ads work, basically, you have to spend more money to generate more money, right?
Right.
So that affects also the type of results that I can have as case studies to show people that I can do this for you. So, for example, I might have spent, let's say, 5,000 on Facebook ads and managed to generate maybe 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
But usually people want to see, oh, you've spent 50,000, 100,000, like bigger numbers, of which it's like a catch-22. You got to spend money to get those case studies, which means you got to just get the first client to keep on getting better and better clients. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that's what I'm trying to see where I'm missing. And I appreciate what you said in terms of the other stuff. Yeah.
All right. So you got customers now, right?
I had a few that I was working with the past month, but we finished with 3 months contract. So yeah.
You had success with them?
I had some decent success, but also with some speed bumps because one of the guys, he's actually from Europe. He's from Germany. And I was running his ads and he was getting some sales, but he wasn't getting them quick enough like he wanted to, of which he was also.
So we're dealing with two issues right here.
Yep.
Dealing with a credibility issue.
Uh-huh.
So one way to get over our credibility issue is testimonials.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I asked you, did you have some clients? Because you get the credibility from testimonials.
Uh-huh.
So like if you got a testimonial page or page that people singing your praises, so like on when you go buy books on Amazon, you see the reviews, the book got 4.8, you say, okay, all right. Well, if the book got 3.2, then you won't buy it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to get a testimonial page. The people that did my website, I went and read all their reviews first, and that's what gave me the comfort to let them build my Alpha Male Strategies website. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I'm looking into starting a staffing agency, and the guy on YouTube who I follow, I went to his page, got a testimonial page of the people that he's mentored as far as starting a staffing agency. And so that's, I don't want to just give my money to anybody. I like to see results with previous clients. So what I'm telling you is you got to get this testimonial page set up to help ease people comfort level with them spending their money with you. Because if you don't have no previous success, a lot of people are not going to, how much easier to be overcome these objections as far as credibility when you say, hey, go check out the testimonials on my website or whatever you put in my Google page or whatever, right? So that's going to help. If you can't get those, then we got a performance or product issue that we need to address. So right. if you can't get those good testimonials, then we need to improve our skill set or something that you can get those results. You see what I'm saying? So when I was a trainer, I had all my clients go on Yelp and write a review about what they thought about my training. And about 10 clients did. You see what I'm saying? That helps. And so when I would get new clients, they all would Google you, right? That's just how they are. They would Google you. And then they would come to me and tell me, I saw those reviews. You see what I'm saying? I saw your reviews. And I said, I already knew how they sound to me. How you saw them? They tell me, I looked you up. They did that due diligence. And so this the point. What I'm saying is you need to do that, set up a testimonial page so that people build that credibility with you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna work hard on that, especially for the music marketing thing. It's a lot of complex factors because people, no one just wants to spend, let's say, $500 to put like on running maybe a promotion on a song, which they know won't be reaching even more people. So people, that's also the objection they have when it comes to music marketing. Like for business, for example.
The thing is not reaching people.
Yeah,
it's getting a return on investment. So pretty much everybody in the YouTube space done tried doing YouTube ads. Even myself, I tried it. Didn't get no return on investment. I stopped it. The point is not to. You can get your product in front of as many people as you want to. How effective is it? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I just, I was spending like $4,000 a month on YouTube ads to get my YouTube channel in front of more people. I didn't see no additional growth from that. So people would watch the ad video, and I saw no additional growth, no money. So I stopped and said, okay, just do it organic, because that's not an effective way to grow a YouTube channel. So the point being is not about how many eyeballs you can get your product in front of, is how many you can actually get to click and get a return on investment.
That's true. That's 100% true. Yeah.
So that's what we need to see, bring value to the customer, as in the effectiveness of it, not just, okay, I got you in front of 10 million people. So
yeah. I think you crack it down right there. Yeah.
So then we got to look at how we're marketing. Maybe I could have did a better ad, and that would increase. I just said the hell with it, right? Mm-hmm. But as far as you go, because I was doing fine, I was just like, why not? If I can spend $4,000 or $5,000 a month and then grow the channel faster, I'm like, why not? If I'm gonna get a return on investment,
definitely, yeah. That's a very good budget, to be honest. Yeah.
Right. So that's all I'm saying. Look at the product you're putting out to get them a return on investment.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll work on that. Then another question I have, which kind of is broad, but I'll break it down. Mm-hmm. How do you like, I have a girlfriend, and she loves me a lot, and I like it too. She also likes to spend more time with me, but sometimes it's kind of hard to balance my purpose and work. Like, work is my purpose in a sense, because that's the degree I wanted to do when I was younger. But I feel like right now I want to be more of an entrepreneur, but I want to do it in a calculated way where I just don't quit my job, but I want to develop this thing, and until it's something, then I can transition fully. So, as you know, as someone who started a business, it takes a lot of grinding and a lot of just failing and trying different things, and draining even mentally, all those different things. So, like, how do you kind of balance that? Because it's kind of hard to, like, sometimes you feel like the girl is like competing with your purpose, which they might not be, because they're trying to get you time, and like, it's all those different things. Yeah.
How often do you see her now?
At minimum, like, usually on the weekends, like, that's when we see each other. Like, during the week also, maybe once. Yeah. So maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah.
Okay, 2 times a week, and that's not good enough?
Yeah. For me, I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. But I feel, like, girls always want more of your time, Yeah.
So first off, right off the bat, that's a good sign. I need y'all guys to understand. Y'all guys, when girls are asking for more of your time, you're looking at it like, why is this bitch asking me for more time? Like, when she stopped asking you for more time, that's when you should worry.
Yeah.
Don't hit me up saying, how do I get this girl to stop asking? When she stopped asking, that's when you worry about it. Now, you're not gonna give her more. You can't give her more. She's free to do what she want to do. So if she can't accept the fact what you're giving her, then she's free to go. But the point what I'm trying to tell you is, always take a good sign as a woman want to see you more, not bad. That's a good thing. When she stop asking, then call me. Long as she's calling, that's good. I mean, you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing. I think you're looking at it as, man, it's a bad thing. She's getting on my nerves. No, that's a good nerve to get on, because that means that her interest is there.
Right. What you said is like,
everybody had a song. If you live with a woman, don't. If she asking you where you going, don't get mad. It's when she stop asking you where you going, that's when you should. That's when you should work. When she stop asking you where you going.
That's a very good way to look at it. It's just, I guess, like, when that happens more and more, it feels kind of like nagging. But I get it, like, from her perspective as well, because I try to get in her shoes. I see things as a guy, but like, it's not all the time that I'm right looking at the way I look at things. So I try to put myself in her shoes too.
Let me explain something to you, brother. What you're doing is you're causing turmoil in a healthy way. She wants to see you more, but she can't get more of you. That's the turmoil that you need to keep a woman emotionally attached.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's all I'm saying. A woman should always be asking a man for more of his time. That don't mean she gonna get it, but that means that's women. If you give women too much time, then they start trying to create space. They break dates. They start all of a sudden getting a lot of stomach aches and they got a lot of headaches. That's because they're trying to get the hell away from you now because they need some space. You have the opposite problem where she wants more of your time, but she can't get it. Not only do that cause emotional turmoil inside of her that you're not willing to commit to that other day, but it also naturally creates that space. So not only when I talk about creating turmoil, this is how you create turmoil in a healthy way. Not trying to create turmoil by flaking on dates and all this other goofy shit. You're creating it in a healthy way that she wants to see you more, but she can't get it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I got that from you, like the way I was playing out, like naturally it became part of my routine. I don't try to do it as in like a way to create value or to be, all that, bullshit. But it's more so like I actually want to develop myself and just do things that are better. So that's why it's kind of hard to have time all the time for the
right. Well, you got it good if you keep it to 2 days and you got your day organized and scheduled.
Yeah.
Then you should be good. But don't trip over the girl one more time. That's a good thing.
Got you. Last question. I know Benny is waiting.
Okay.
I'm a skinny guy, I've been trying to gain weight. I gained a little bit, but it's kind of hard to really like stack on the pounds that I want to. And I'm not that short. I'm not that tall either. I'm like 5'11". So I feel like building up some muscle help a little bit. What do you suggest in terms of my body type? Because you know about nutrition a lot too.
What are you doing now?
To be honest, I gotta admit my dieting, my eating habits sometimes are kind of all over the place because of my when I work it's kind of hard to like I buy food outside, but I also try to cook at home and having time to always cook. My problem is meal prepping. I don't really like it sometimes because I want to eat fresh food every day. Like that's hard, of which I know that's kind of unrealistic. I know what you're gonna say, but yeah, I feel like that's where I'm lacking. Yeah.
Okay, so are you eating a calorie surplus?
I'm staying kind of on the like breaking even in a sense. Yeah,
you can't gain weight like that. Yeah, you got to be in a surplus. You can't break even. So how your body? You won't gain muscle though, right?
Yeah.
How your body gains muscle is it takes when you're in a calorie surplus, it takes the protein, and if you stimulate the muscles, it takes the protein and build muscle tissue out of it.
Yep.
So let's say to maintain your calories, you eat 2,000 calories a day. Okay, let's say now you're trying to bulk in a lean bulk, way. So now you're eating 2,200 calories, 2,300 calories a day, right?
Yeah.
All right. It takes those 300 calories in the form of protein and it builds muscle tissue out of that. If you're not doing that, your body don't have anything to build muscle tissue with. The only difference, only caveat would be is if you're a beginner, where then you can lose weight and build muscle. But like if you're a seasoned guy and you've been lifting 3 years, you would not build muscle unless your program you had a flawed program or you go in a calorie surplus. So sometimes guys can build muscle because although they've been lifting weights a long time, they've been lifting weights a long time with an inefficient program. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if
do you mean like the working out routine or the nutrition?
The workout routine.
Gotcha.
So like a lot of guys, I've took clients, they have been in the gym. I took clients, they have been lifting weights for 2 years, right? But they had been doing for 2 years. They didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They just lifting weights. Then I take them and put them on a structured program. And although they aren't in a calorie surplus, they were able to put on muscle because basically they were beginners, even though they had been lifting weights for 2 years. So even though they had been lifting weights for 2 years, the fact that they had an ineffective program, I was able to put muscle on them like they were a beginner because basically for 2 years, they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They just in there lifting weights. And lifting weights is a skill set. It ain't simply just going in the gym, picking up weights and putting them down. You have to be on a structured program, proper program, or you would not get the desired results, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. So in terms of because let's say you got 2,000, how much should you just like bump it up in terms of how much calories you can take in a day, especially for someone who's like naturally I'm a hard gainer. It's kind of hard to really like put on weight like that, you know.
It ain't hard for anybody put on weight. Hard gainer, ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph. Anybody put weight on, you just got to be in a surplus. So you want to be like in a 300 to 500 surplus. If you're ectomorph, you would probably want to be around the 500 mark. If you're endomorph, probably like a 200 to 300 mark.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I would say. Probably a meso probably could do a 300 to 500 too.
That makes sense. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys mention like 4,000 calories, and that shit used to scare me because I'm like, how do you eat all this? Like, especially if you're doing it healthy, like, especially if you're making your meals and stuff. Like, that just sounds like you have to eat a lot of meals, which is kind of hard to maintain. That's where my question was coming from.
I don't do the set number thing. I go off of what your metabolism is. So that could be 3,000, that could be 3,500. It could be 5,000, but you have to just find out what's a 300 to 500 surplus for you, whatever the number is. It's not a set number where guys love to run the 4,000 calories a bulk. Well, what if my metabolism only calls for me to be 2,500 and I'm a 300 to 500 calorie surplus?
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. So the point I'm trying to say is your body is only going to put on the amount of muscle that it's going to put on. So whether it's 500 or 1,000, you won't get no stronger. You'll just get fatter. You'll get unnecessarily fat. That's why you have to weigh your foods doing a bulk too, because ideally your body is only going to put on the amount of muscle that it's going to max out at about a 500 calorie surplus. So if you go and do 1,000 calorie surplus, you're just getting fat for no reason because your body is not going to put on any more muscle from the 1,000 calories than from the 500 calories. It will 100 to 500, right? Because you have more energy in the muscle, right, to lift. With that 100 calorie surplus, you don't have as much energy in the muscle to build. But with that 500 over the 1,000, it's just excess unneeded. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, I feel like that answers my question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
That'll be all for me. Thank you.
Be good, bro.
Yeah.
Let me turn this air on. Shit.
Yeah.
My air went off. Hold on. Getting a little hot. I don't know. This thing always go off when I'm doing this damn screen. All right, turn the air back on. All right, brother.
Yo, AMS, can you hear me?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. First off of what happened last night, I got to do the dance.
Oh shit! What's up, bro?
No cap. What's up, AMS? Thank you. So basically, I was going through some BS, and the girl thought she could play me. And last night, I made her have a what do you call it? The sweet taste of ass for the first time ever. For the first time ever. But what I want to talk to you about today, the problems that I have. I used to be 200 pounds. I lost a lot of weight since then. During that time, I had a girl, which is the same girl that I made lick my ass or whatever. She's like my infinite Sunday chick. I only mess with her. I haven't messed with nobody, and I've been serious in about 2-3 years. Okay. Every now and then I can talk to different girls, but it just don't really go nowhere. I think I know what my problem is. I just need some advice. My problem, I think it is I done got too lazy and I've been too spoiled. I feel like just what you said earlier. It's like when I want to have sex, she'll just drop her drawers. I barely would have to put too much into seducing and stuff. So my question would be on this one: how can I escalate and attract? Well, I know how to. I attract more women now, but how can I escalate and attain more women?
So how you can attract more women and maintain more women?
Maintain and seduce, basically.
Okay, so you losing women interest after a while?
Yes.
Okay. Are you dating them properly?
No, I'm not. To give you some more insight, up until now, I was basically supporting my mother. She had an illness basically. She had surgery. It
Okay.
took months and months and months for her to get to recover. So I've been paying her bills. So I've been sacrificing. Ever since then, it's been like a dry spell.
Okay. All right. So you take care of your mama all day and you can't get out and meet women?
Now I can. Now I can. She's back working. She's recovered. Now I'm on ground zero. I'm trying to move out now. I can say for myself now. I don't have to provide no more for her. Everything is great now. So now I'm gonna start back up and trying to, live my life. I'm 25. Just turned 25 this summer. That just passed. Now I'm just trying to have fun my damn self.
So you sleeping with these women and then you losing them, or you losing them on the dates?
I'll probably lose them on a date, or I lose them through text because I'm probably not texting them properly.
Okay, so basically you got to go through I got to look at the process you're doing. Are you courting them right?
Am I courting them right? I would like to say I would. I am, but I could be wrong.
All right, let's just assume that you is. Are you on your purpose? Or are you on your grind?
I'm making money, but on my purpose, I've took away off that.
You making money?
Yeah, but not just averagely, just like your average person, like making, I'll say, a little bit less than $20 an hour.
Okay, so that's a problem. That's a problem because hypergamy kicks in. So you got to understand, bro, that when you date a woman, right, until she gets attached to you, it's fair game. So if a woman dating you, I'm out with Benny. Benny makes $20 an hour. Another guy who makes $80,000 a year pulls up on me. Benny just lost his chick. This is what this is the dating market. This is the world this is the world. Fuck what you heard. This is the world. Now, if the woman don't need a better option, but in this world that we live in today, it was once upon a time where a dime piece could meet a guy and he could make $25K a year, and he could be the best guy that she met that made legal money, right? Legal money. Let's hypothetically say this woman here doesn't want to date drug dealers, right? She only likes to meet guys who make honest money. We're in the social media age now. That day no longer holds to you. A man in this day and age with social media the way it is. This is why you got more incels and more lonely men, because you got women that got access to all type of guys now. It was once upon a time when I was young growing up before social media that you would see a badass chick. If she didn't date drug dealers, she would be with just an everyday hardworking man who made $12 an hour, $10-12 an hour. That no longer flies. So all you guys who are watching this right now, you have to boss up or you would get left behind in this day and age, because these women, you have one guy at the top who makes $1 million a year and he'll have 100 girlfriends. He'll get red on Instagram. Bro, listen, I done hit women up on Instagram and they done responded back to me, right? They look at the followers, they look at how I'm dressed, and they'll respond. And then they'll stop. You know why they stop? Because then they'll sample the material. They'll probably go check out my YouTube channel. But what if I wasn't a red pill guy? What if I was a fitness guy? And I had everything else the same? I would be knocking women down all across the country. True. I done hit so many women up on Instagram, and I'm talking about like 3-4 million follower women, and then they'll stop because they'll go sample my content. They'll respond initially, and then they probably go and check out my YouTube channel and hear the shit I'm saying, and then they ghost me, right? But the point I'm trying to make you, what if I was a football player, or what if I was a singer, or what if I was a fitness guy? I said if I wasn't a red pill guy, I would be knocking women down left and right on Instagram. But once they sample that content, the point what I'm trying to make is this is what's going on. The guys who got some status and some money on these social media things, Facebook, Instagram and stuff, they're getting all the pussy. They're monopolizing the pussy. So you can no longer get by with $20 an hour. This is why you see all these studies about the increase in lonely men, because we're in the social media age now. That won't fly. You got to boss up.
It remind me, I was dating somebody. She was bad too. She showed me her DMs. Blue check, blue check, blue check, blue check, blue check.
That's what I'm talking about.
This motherfucker lives with her mother.
That's what I'm talking about. This one, and I would be, man, most of these girls initially respond. I mean, respond quick. I done had some hot chicks, like big followings. They respond quick, and they'll respond like 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then as they do their more research, they find out, whoa, wait a minute, this dude here is saying some foul ass shit off his mouth. And so then they'll disappear. But the point I'm trying to tell you is that this is what's going on. So being normal no more doesn't fly. $20 an hour no more doesn't fly. Or you're going to be one of the 80% of guys that's down here fighting for the bottom 20% of women.
I was just working fully, just this 9 to 5 or whatever, and it kind of did make me a little bit depressed. I end up finding my purpose. My purpose is fitness. My purpose is also YouTube as well. But the same problem that you had with YouTube is the same kind of problem that I kind of have a little bit. I was starting off making red pill content, but honestly, I just want men to be better. They're like, when I was growing up, there was a lot of kids that was like bullied. But me on the other hand, I was cool with everybody. I would be cool with the cool kids, the thugs, drug dealers, basketball players, whatever, because I was funny. But also the nerds and stuff. And I always would see them having the short end of the stick. So I always told myself, I just want to better men my damn self, even though I was a little child at that point of the time. Because I had women, I was chubby, so I also had women like give me the short end of the stick as well. So I was like, I had enough. Enough is enough. Like, you know how like Scarface did in the movie? He came to America. He was mad and stuff.
Right.
That was me. Even to this point right now, when it comes to making money, that's me right now. But to make a long story short, I stopped making the content because it seemed like I was getting diminished returns. But like at the end of the day, I want people to be able to be in shape, be confident, be themselves, be who they want to be. But it's at the end of the day, I want ass as well. So like, should I probably delete all of those videos and like start over with some new type of content? I ain't got that many videos right now, but
is red pill content?
For the most part, yes.
Well, the thing is now, man, the guys are on the reaction videos. My man, Cheezer Zed, I get his name confused. Cheezer, whatever. He was making regular content, and he started doing reaction videos, and his channel blew up. Like that's the wave now. That's what guys are on now. They prefer the reaction video. That's just what the thing is. So if you're gonna do that, probably look into making a reaction video. That's what guys prefer these days, just a reaction video. So that's just what it is. I'm not gonna do it, but because I'm transitioning up out. My time is alpha male strategy is winding down. I'm finna move into my next stage of life, which is I want to build this staffing agency empire. I want one in California, want one in Texas, I want one in Miami, want one in Atlanta, New York, Chicago, like Florida. So that's the phase of my life where I'm finna start transitioning to. I'm not finna be a fucking 20-year YouTube dating coach. That's not how my life works. My life is about different phases, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine, like, it's people that I'm doing bouncing work with, they still doing bouncing. It's people that was doing training, and I became a trainer in 2013, the end of 2000, they still doing training. Like, I don't get that. Like, life supposed to be like building blocks to the next level of your life. What the hell I look like being on YouTube giving that dating advice, telling guys dating advice 10 years from now? That's just crazy to me. I don't get that logic. Like, you obviously saying the same shit. Like, if you somebody who still thinks training clients, you ain't telling motherfuckers to do burpees.
I understand that. There's people in my job, they've been here for like 20 years, and I was like, holy shit, how can y'all do that?
Yeah, it's like man, you do something, then you like, okay, you grow as a person mentally. Like now I want to build this like big ass corporation with like 20,000 contractors nationwide in multiple and pretty much all the major cities. Like that's what my mind is on now. What the fuck I look like sitting here spinning my wheels? Like I heard DJ Academics was talking about the other day about why he ended the war in Chirac. He's like, man, I'm spinning my wheels. I'm just talking about the war in Chirac. That's why he stopped doing it. Like, that's how life supposed to go. Like, what the fuck he look like being on YouTube still talking about the war in Chirac? Like, you're supposed to grow, you know. So that's what I would do if I was you, bro. I would do the if you're gonna do it, that's what the kids are on now. That's what everybody on now, the reaction videos. So if you want to grow it, that's probably the best way to go about doing it.
I got 2 more questions. One about one's about YouTube and one's about women. YouTube, how to stay consistent. How can someone stay consistent?
You have to the same way I wrote my books, the same way when I first started YouTube, I made a video every day. You have to make in your mind the discipline to say, I'm gonna make a video however you want to do it every Monday or every day and hold yourself to it. That's how you get it done. You hold yourself accountable. So you know your schedule and what you want to do. Is you want to make a video once a week or every day or 3 a week? Set it up in your schedule and hold yourself to that schedule. This is going to get done every day. I haven't missed a gym workout in God knows when. Even when I travel, I get my gym workout in. I hold myself accountable to working out on my schedule.
I get it. I understand now. My last question would be, how do you get older women? Like I see a lot of older women, they flirt with me more. I guess because like I'm more in shape. You mentioned something earlier. Ever since I lost weight, my waist is skinny as hell, and my shoulders look way more broader now.
Right.
And whenever I wear like a dry fit shirt at work or something like that, I get a lot of nurses and older women. Like probably like I would like to say, I'm 25, so like mid 40s, early 40s, maybe I'll say 35, something like in that range. Like, how can I go for that?
So when I hear a guy say he want older women, I'm hearing a guy that's devaluing himself. So
not to date them, just like maybe fuck them. You know, there's some that's just like eye shade.
Low hanging fruit. Let's call it what it is. Low hanging fruit. So you know. So if you could attract the 21-year-old women that you want easily, you would do that. But since I can't get those, hey, what happens is you instead of stepping up, you start to just lower your expectations, lower your quality. And I don't want you doing that. I want you to fuck the women that you the king that you're supposed to be fucking, and not say, okay, well, since these young bitches are acting funny, okay, this is how guys will do, right? Guys will say, okay, I want the 9s and 10s. They can't get the 9s and 10s. And so instead of stepping themselves up and raising their game up and their value, they just lower their value. And so they say, okay, I can't get those women. Okay, now let me try the 7s and 8s. If they can't get the 7s and 8s, then they go to the 5s and 6s. Then they go to the 3s and 4s. I don't want you to do that. I want you to say, okay, if I can't attract the women I want, what do I have to do to myself to raise my value to get the women I want? So instead of bringing the quality of women that I down, I raise my value up. And that's what you see. You see, when you see guys with fat women and shit, that just comes from they couldn't get the women that they want, so they gradually brought the quality of woman down. Don't do that. I'd rather you bring your value up. That's you already in shape. So okay, bring my income up, bring my fashion up, get my better crib, better car, and improve my social skills, and improve my seduction skills, improve my approaches. You see what I'm saying? So it's when I hear older women, that's just like you asking me how to get fat women. That's a way of you asking for me to get a lower quality of woman. Because who the hell wants to get a 40-year-old woman when they can get a 21-year-old woman?
True.
Now, if an old bitch is throwing in your way, I ain't turning down no old pussy. She took care of herself. Like right now, if Tony Braxton wanted to give me some pussy, I'll fuck the shit out of her 50-year-old ass. I'll break her right now.
Hey, I feel you on that.
I'll break Tony Braxton back. J-Lo, who else? Some of the old bitches took care of themselves. I'll break they fucking
Holly Berry.
Holly Berry. I'll break. She'll be all Berry when I get through. I'll break her fucking.
Hey, I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
So if an
I
old
feel
bitch
you.
throwing it your way and you find her attractive, fine. But for you to strategically try to get older women, that's a cop out.
No, it wasn't like that or nothing like that. It's just about like.
Listen, bro, it's subconscious. It's subconscious. It's subconscious. We all want the best what we can get, and when we can't get it, well, you go to what you can go to. What I'm telling you is increase your value to get what you want to get. It's subconscious. It's a natural thing to do. Hey, if I can't get the 9s and 10s, then go to the 7s and 8s. I can't get the 7. That's natural without you even thinking about it. Like every woman wants a millionaire. But hey, if I can't get a millionaire, then I take the guy who makes 6 figures. If I can't get a guy that makes 6 figures, then I take the guy that makes 50,000. Like that's just the natural course of how we transition and go to. So when I hear you say that subconsciously, you don't even know why you're asking me that, but I know why you're asking me that because if you was fucking never 21-year-olds, you wouldn't even think of a 40-year-old. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's just how it works. If you fucking lingerie, Victoria's Secret models. You wouldn't fuck no 40-year-old woman unless she Holly Berry or Tony Braxton, somebody like that. But you get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
I understand. One thing I remember, Smiley said something. He asked you a question about loss and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with a lot of loss, and one thing that helped me, I just want to tell him, think about everything that they did positive for you. Mm-hmm. Think about everything that they like, how they positively affected you. Mm-hmm. Every memory you have. And how you can help somebody else same way that they help you. That will keep their whole spirit alive. Everything that they did on this earth is still here. So technically speaking, they still here. Like Kevin Samuels, he's still here with us. RP Kevin Samuels, he's still here with us. His energy's still here. His body's gone, but everything that he's done positive on this earth is still reaping benefits. So that man is still alive. So whoever Smiley lost, they still alive inside his heart. That's all I got to say. But thank you, AMS. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. As far as the appreciate it, bro. Be good. As far as the loss thing goes, that he gave good advice. What I would say to add to that, guys, is you have to just give yourself time. It's no different. If you had a girlfriend and she broke up with you, and y'all was together 6 years, you can't expect to get over that in 6 days. You won't have to give it. So if you lost a brother or a mama. You just got to understand it's going to take time. You're not going to forget about your mom or sister or your ex-girlfriend in 6 days. You just got to give yourself time. As time go on, the grieving will get better and better. You know, so that's just one of the things where it just takes time to get over a lost one. If any of y'all guys ever broke up with a girlfriend, for anybody who ain't lost a significant other, I haven't lost anybody in my immediate family. All my mama, everybody's still alive. I lost aunties and cousins, but like as far as like the ones you care about the most are gonna be what your immediate family, right? Your mom and your brothers and sisters and stuff like that. I haven't even lost a close friend. I haven't even had a close friend die yet. So, but I have. Lost girlfriends in the past that I was in love with, and that shit took a year to get over that shit. A year. Being your dad, you keep a old lady. How do you go about that? That is incorporated in the red pill Afro mindset. Is looking for that companionship scarcity. The thing is, guys, you guys got to develop the ability to maintain a woman's attraction level. All this pump and dump. Y'all guys got to be able to develop the ability to maintain a woman's attraction for years. Most times, I would say 95% of the times, why does a relationship end? Well, it's ended with me over the recent years because I didn't want to commit, right? So it gets to a point that even if you know how to maintain a woman's attraction, at some point, when you don't want to be in a committed relationship, they're going to leave, right? No, that might take 1 year, might take 10 years. But at some point, no matter how good your game is, at some point, a woman's going to say, wait a minute, you know, I ain't getting no younger, and this guy doesn't want to commit, and so I need to move on before he wastes all my good years that I got left. Then that's fine. But it's outside of that, if you're losing women because you can't maintain an attraction, then that's on you. So to this brother who asked this question, at some point you're gonna lose. If you red pill, you're gonna lose a girl. It might take 10 years, but at some point you're gonna lose her. How the woman thinks is that as time goes on, you'll fall more and more in love, and eventually you will commit. That's how the woman thinks, right? She never thinks that, oh, he's gonna stay single forever. She thinks that at some point he'll fall in love, and at some point the woman will say to herself, okay, he's not budging, I'm not getting any younger, it's time to move on. But that's what I'm talking about, bro. I never want to lose. If she leaves because of that, that's fine. But I just know how to maintain a woman's attraction level. He buys girls drinks at the bar after gauging interest. I was like, nah, what do you think? I don't like buying girls drinks at the club, guys, because it's like you buying a phone number, and women don't respect that. Okay, women don't respect that. I'm not talking about a girl you went to the club with. I'm talking about a random girl at the club. Women don't respect it. It's like you buying her phone number. Okay, I'm just letting you know. They'll appreciate it. Hell, you might even get the number. But what I'm talking about is that if you want a woman a respect right from the get-go, don't buy them drinks in the club. It's like a bribe for a phone number. How do we separate the good time, not a long time girls? Like she is for a good time, not a long time. So I'm trying to interpret how you meant this. How you do everything, guys, is how I do everything is I move at the woman's pace as far as the relationship. And that way you don't. So let's hypothetically say this guy who asked this is a purple pill guy. You treat every girl as a good time girl, and that way you don't, because see, guys, when you proceed too fast, you're gonna scare the woman off. So even if you are a guy that's looking for a long time girl, you have to treat it like she's the good time girl, because if you treat the good time girl or the old time girl like old time girls, you're gonna run both of them off. Okay, because even a woman that's looking for a relationship, if you proceed like you're looking for a relationship, I guarantee you, whatever speed that is, it's going to be too fast for the woman. So you have to carry it like you're just dating and let the woman set the tempo as far as the relationship. Now, you set the tempo as far as sex, right? You can't let the woman set that. It'll be 6 years and your ass will still be around here trying to fuck. So you have to set the tempo on that. But as far as the relationship goes, the woman has to set the tempo. Purple pill, red pill, green pill, yellow pill, any other pill you want to. At the end of the day, the woman has to set the tempo on the relationship, because any speed on your end is going to run that woman off. I promise you it will. That's for my purple pill guys. Listen, guys, I know how it feels to meet the woman that you like, that you really like, and you just like want to lock her down because you like, man, she's beautiful, she's feminine, and I want her to be my girlfriend. But you have to let that pace move through her. So the point, what I'm trying to say, guys, is regardless of if it's a good time girl or an old time girl, always move at the woman's pace as far as the relationship goes. When I used to be looking for relationships in my 20s, when I used to go through those little spells and shit, like where I wanted a girl to, I ain't had no purpose in life and I needed a girlfriend and shit like that. So the cycle of my life in my 20s is I would go through these spurts where I'm a hoe, and then I would get old, then I want a girlfriend, right? But then I started trying to force a relationship, like move it fast, and you push the woman away. Okay, guys? And the best times when I got a girlfriend easy was when I wasn't looking for it. But when I would go through my phases or where I was looking for it, I could never get a girlfriend because I would push all of them away. All right, because I'm trying to move it too fast. So what I would notice in my 20s is that while sleeping with random women was good, it created a lot of loneliness because frivolous sex doesn't come with companionship. And that's why y'all see that I do the rotations today opposed to the exorbitant amount of women, because that doesn't have no value to me. Okay, like me and my main chick Saturday, we're gonna go to brunch. We're gonna go to see that movie, the Black Queen, the Woman King movie, and then later on at night we're gonna go out to dinner, and then we might go to a lounge or something. That's what means more to me than just having frivolous sex. So if you ask me, would I rather Saturday have that or just have some random chick that I just bring over and bang? That doesn't have no value to me. Just having randomless, meaningless sex, I enjoy. I would rather have my Saturday with my main chick going to do things that are actually fun, like to the movies and out to dinner and to brunch and stuff, having a full day, opposed to going out with my boys, getting a whole bunch of numbers and banging up a whole bunch of frivolous chicks. Like that's just like, so that's what I would notice in my 20s is that when I would do that stuff, it would be good for a month and then I get tired of it and I want a girlfriend. That's how my 20s would go. Asking for the phone number on the first message on a day nap or one message a day like you recommend in the past. So how I do, guys, is y'all guys got to understand how my one message a day on the day naps were. I would already be dating multiple women. And so I would be on the apps once a day, send a message once a day, because I need to screen this alone because I'm already dating several women. Foolish of me. Let me be honest with y'all guys. When I came on YouTube, I did not know it was this bad for guys. I did not know it. This is what I thought when I came to YouTube. I thought guys were banging chicks. They just wanted to maximize their ass intake. I didn't know we had guys who were going through 3-year, 4-year droughts, 30-year-old versions. I did not know that. What I thought was guys were banging 3, 4, 5 women a year, and they wanted to put a 0 on it. That's what I thought. So this video that I made when I first got on YouTube would not serve a lot of guys who ain't getting no ass any purpose. That serves guys if you're dating 4 women, right? Say you already have a 4-girl rotation or a 3-girl rotation, and you're on the day naps. Well, you obviously can't date 12 women at one time, so you would be prospecting, you would be grooming your prospects. But okay, let me explain something to y'all guys. Y'all guys know how y'all be on the day naps, and then you try to take it off the day naps, and then the women like, can we talk more on here? What they're doing is they're grooming their prospects. They're already dating guys. That's why they don't want to take it off the phone with you. So when y'all are on the phone and you're like, hey, we want to exchange numbers, and the girl like, oh, let's keep messaging on here. What they're doing is they're lining up their prospects because they already have guys. That's how I used to do it. That's how I do it now. So when I made that video, that's the aspect that I was taking it from, that I got to groom these girls alone, prospects, and when an open spot fills up, then I try to take it off the phone. So that tactic only works for guys who are already dating multiple women. If you're a 25-year-old incel, that video would do you no good. That only works for guys who are already dating women to do one message a day. That makes sense, guys? Foolish of me when I got on YouTube, I had no idea men had it this bad. I thought guys were banging like 4, 5 women a year and they wanted to put a 0 on it. I did not know we had guys out here that was this incel movement and shit. I didn't know that. You say to always ask her back to my place on the first date, but once they say no, I never hear from them again for a second date. Do you recommend asking to smash on the second or third date? Are you reaching out? Are you reaching out to them, or are you waiting on them to contact you after the first date? So I always get a second date. That tactic is not why you're not getting another date. You're not getting another date because they went on a date with you and you were not the best option. So you guys got to understand. Let me try to explain this to you guys as best I can. You would get no ass in the future with the social media way the thing set up. That girl did not go on a date with you because you asked her to come back to your place. She didn't go on another date with you because she had better options behind you and you didn't make the cut. You understand what I'm saying? I just went on a date with a girl that was Tuesday. On the app, she looked like, I would say 8.5, 9. She showed up, looked like a 7.5. I would not go on that date with that girl again. I don't have time for 7.5s in my life anymore. All right. She put on about 15, 20. I don't have time. So she didn't make the cut. So when she go through her process and like, why, she might think like, well, why didn't I hear from her again? What did I do? What you did was you didn't make the cut. I have better options than her. I would say she was a good solid 9 on the app. Nice. And she gained about 15 pounds. Took her down to like a 7.5. I don't got 7.5. You can't get in my rotation being a 7.5 now. I wouldn't even fuck her. That's where I'm at in my life. I didn't even ask her to back to me. I wouldn't even fuck her. That's where I'm at. I would not even fuck a 7.5 right now. I would fuck nothing below an 8.5 right now. But that's the options that I have. I'm not saying you not to fuck a 7.5. You got to go by your options. Okay? Chris Brown probably wouldn't fuck nothing below a 10. You know, that's his options. You know, you got to do your options. I'm not Chris Brown. I can't afford to be that strict to say I ain't gonna fuck nothing less than a dime. I ain't Chris Brown and I ain't Drake. You know, you got to go by your options. But for my options, that 7.5 don't cut it. So for all you guys who don't get a second date and you go through your process of why I didn't get another date, this, that, and other, and you come up with every excuse, this, that, and other, at the end of the day, the competition is more fierce than ever through the social media and dating apps. You got 100 dudes a day going after these chicks. You cannot be average anymore. You cannot be average anymore. I am telling you guys now, as time go on, you will not get any ass unless it's some women you don't want if you make anything less than 150 grand. I promise you that. It's getting there. It's not that bad yet, but it's getting there. And for all y'all guys who want proof of this, go and look at Kevin Samuels. Fuck, you know what? Don't even go look at Kevin Samuels. Go look at Kendra G's live stream. She talks to these girls. Kendra G is basically doing what Kevin Samuels was doing, and she's interviewing these women and asking them what they want. And she have fat ass women on there talking about something they want this and they want that. So I'm just letting you guys know. And let me explain you something right now. Kevin Samuels could tell women, and Kendra G could tell these women, at the end of the day, these women are going to stay delusional. No woman who ever talked to Kevin Samuels over there got off the phone with him and said, you know what, Kevin is right. I am delusional. These women would rather die single than date an average dude. I guarantee you, the women who he talked to, he didn't change none of them mind. The women that he probably did change were the women who were having issues being submissive. Because I've seen women in the comments and the videos where the women said Kevin Samuels did change their submissiveness. But as far as what they want, if a woman want a man who make 200 grand, you're not going to be able to tell her, baby, you need to take a man who makes 50 grand. So that's the point I'm getting to you guys, is that this is where we're at right now. A sad thought. What is your next phase and how will you still connect with your male audience? I'll still probably do a live stream and stuff on YouTube and stuff like this. But I'm just saying it's time to move. And so in a big scheme of things, guys, in a big scheme of things, the way I see the world as my mind matures and grows, YouTube really ain't a lot of money. And I'm being guys. let's hypothetically say I start this staffing agency. Let's just look at the numbers. Let's do the numbers. I'm gonna pull my calculator out so I can do the numbers on this. And I just want to show y'all guys the scalability of the amount of money. So let's say I've made in my mind that I want $10 per hour off of each person I place on the job in this staffing agency. $10 an hour. That's a fair mark of what staffing agency make off of placing you. Let's hypothetically say I place 100 people working for me 40 hours a week in the city, $10 an hour. That's $1,000 an hour that I'm making. That's $8,000 a day if they work 8-hour shifts. $8,000 a day for 100 people if I'm making $10 an hour off each one of them. $8,000 a day. Let's do that 5 days a week. That's $40,000 fucking dollars a week. If I had 100 people, just 100, I didn't say 10,000, 100 people, just 100 at $10 an hour, that's $8,000 a day. That's $40,000 a week. That's $160,000 a month. That is 100 people. 100, not 1,000, not 10,000, 100. What if I scale that to 10,000 people over the next 5 years? In New York, California, Texas, Florida, Atlanta. What if I scale that to 10,000? That's $100,000 an hour. That's $800,000 a day. That is $4 million a week. That's $16 million a month. Do the math on that. What if I scaled it to that in 5 years? See, this is what I'm talking about when I say life is about transition and growing. You know what I'm saying? I could be complacent and say, you know what? I'm gonna stay on YouTube. I make a good income. I can just why would I do that when I can get this company started for 25, probably less than $25,000, $30,000? It's a matter of me just growing. Look at yourself. Look at you. If you somebody and you watching me right now making 120 grand, and you just content. Why can't you save up 30 and 40 grand and start your own goddamn business? And you expand that same way. Y'all guys gotta grow mentally. LeBron James did not become a billionaire playing basketball. He became a billionaire when he started doing all this other shit he doing. Jay-Z did not become a billionaire being a rapper. He became a billionaire when he started doing all that other shit he was doing. Rihanna did not become a billionaire selling music. She became a billionaire with her makeup line. Kim Kardashian and them did not become billionaires from the Kardashians. Kim doing all them. Kanye did not become a billionaire making music. He became a billionaire with his Yeezy line. The point I'm trying to say, guys, is you never gonna get to the big money with your initial thing. It's always gonna be that next shit that's gonna take you to the next level. So that's why I'm trying to get y'all guys. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. The way I see the world now, with the mindset I have now, there's really no excuse for nobody not being a millionaire. I'm being honest with you. It's no reason. It's no reason none of you guys watching me right now can't save up 30 grand and start your own staffing agency and do just the numbers I just told you. Why? Do you think I'm some type of genius? Do I look like Albert Einstein to you? Do I look like Plato? I'm a normal guy just like the rest of y'all. There's no reason now one of y'all guys who watching this right now can't do that exact same thing. This is not $1 million business to start. You can get that shit started off the ground $20,000. Less than that. You want to be honest? I'm just picking a number. So it's really, we live in a society now to where the shackles have been broken off. The day of being a 9-to-5 employee are over. These jobs can't even get people to come in and work for them no goddamn more because everybody trying to be an entrepreneur for all I know. I don't know why they fucking can't get people to come. I don't know. But the point being, guys, is y'all guys got to think bigger. If you make $120,000 a year, 150, why can't you save up 30 or 40 grand and start your own business and expand it like that? You don't think you can do it? So, yeah, I'll be just like Jay-Z. I'll be just like Kanye. I'll be just like Kim Kardashian. They all still do the initial thing that got them their money. Kim, and I think they just canceled the Kardashian show, but Jay-Z still raps from time to time. He still puts out verses. He on Drake every album. He on DJ Khaled every album. Kanye still puts out an album every few years. Rihanna still makes music periodically. But you have to expand and grow and get to the real money. And that's what I want all you guys to do. Guys, there ain't the way I look at it, man, there's no reason I should not be a billionaire by the time I'm 60. I'm not going to do it on YouTube. I'm not going to do it on YouTube. But if I start fooling with these businesses and expanding, don't be surprised if you look up 17 years from now, 18 years from now, say, damn, AMS became a fucking billionaire, man. Anything is possible, guys. So that's the thing. That's how I feel about it. Life is about growth. I would feel like a complete failure if 10 years from now I'm just sitting here on YouTube doing the same old thing and ain't grown. That's ridiculous. All right, let's see what we got. I sport buried 2 women far too well for months, and now both won't leave me alone 18 plus months later. Any advice on shaking these crazy women AMS do? Sport buried 2 women far too well for 2 months. Sport buried? I don't even know what the fuck that means, bro. I don't know what that means. I guess you mean you got women obsessed with you, is what you saying. So I always laugh at you dudes that text me and call and be like, I can't get rid of these women and this, that, and other, man. Bro, don't be afraid to ghost. You don't owe nobody nothing. Don't be afraid to just ghost a motherfucker. I'm serious. If they won't leave you alone, just ghost them. Block their number. They'll figure it out. What I hear when I hear that is I hear a guy who really don't want to get rid of them. He just really want to brag, like, yeah, miss. I can't get rid of these hoes. Man, shut the hell up. He ain't doing nothing but bragging. This is it. Because if you really want to get rid of a motherfucker, you know what to do. Just ghost them. Do you tell a girl her punishment after she knows disrespect, pull back, then return? Do you tell her over the phone or in person? And do you invite her straight to? All right, so with the punishment thing, guys, you always ask a woman when she called back begging, I'm sorry, how you willing to make this up to me? Then she gonna say, well, what do you want me to do? And then you tell her 100 butt naked jumping jacks in the backyard and cut my grass, butt ass naked. That's because she always going, what do you want me to do? Hold on. China White is in the building. Shout out my girl, China White. She might be gone now. Let me see. Yeah, she might be gone. That was a 7:01. God damn, I've been on here that long. Shit, I know China gone. China like, child, please, I'm out of here. Shout out my girl, China White. I know when I go to somebody's live stream, I stay about 10 minutes and I'm out. If that long. I go, I'll show support. Hey, man, my super chat if I like them. And I'm out. Thank you for putting me on to Dunk On. Wish I watched him with my son. Oh, yeah, that's my guy. Shout out to my man, Dunk Daquan Woodchild. Yeah, that's my bro there. Would date like Applebee's, Chili's, and Lawrence be considered too cheap or no? So for me, it would, because women gonna expect more out of me, not for a first date, but like say this is a steady girlfriend and I'm a fucking millionaire and I'm taking her to Chili's, yes. If you are normal $50,000, $40,000 a year worker, like when I was in the basement, no. Women, when I stay in the basement, women didn't expect extravagant dates. If I do some shit like that now, and I'm this girl in my rotation, like for the first 2 or 3 dates, no, women don't expect much out of you, right? But like, say a girl you sleeping with and you've been dating for 2 months and you take her to Applebee's, yes, that's for me with what I make, yes. For you, if you make 40 grand a year, a woman's not going to expect much. A date period is good. You know what I'm saying? So all that's going to play into it. So like, say like for Christmas, and you a guy, you make 150 grand a year, and for Christmas come around and you buy a girl a $100 purse. I'm telling you, that's going to be a problem. But if you make 40 grand a year, she'll be cool with it because she don't expect much. She don't expect much out of, you don't make much. So what she expect? But if you a guy make 150, 200 grand, you can buy a $100 purse. I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem. So it's just all relative. I guess that's what I'm saying, bro. It's all relative. Appreciate the super chat, brother. You tell him, Mike. You tell him. I was dating a girl I really like, and she told me she had herpes. I left her. Was it the right call? I would, bro. I would. The thing with herpes now, guys, is a lot of you guys may or may not know this. Herpes is not considered a sexually transmitted disease no more. It's no longer considered an STD. You get herpes from kissing somebody. All right. So they actually took herpes out of the sexually transmitted disease category. It's no longer considered a sexually transmitted disease. All right. So you can get herpes from kissing somebody, right? All right. So I'm just letting y'all guys know that it's not really considered a sexually transmitted disease. You can get herpes from kissing. All right. So how do you get over the hump of throwing her a bone every so often? So when he say throwing her a bone, guys, he means feeding them scraps. So I don't know what you really mean by hump. If you can hit me back and tell me what you mean by hump, because I don't really get what you mean. A long-term relationship, of course, bro. Yeah. Shout out for the super chat, Baldwin. Appreciate it. Yeah, you got a long-term relationship course, and yeah, I do Purple Pill. You helped me lose 110 pounds. Appreciate the content and tips on online personal training. Online personal training. So I never did no online personal training, bro. But I would imagine that it's just the same as doing in person online personal training. Mostly what I've seen with the online personal trainers, like somebody like Chris, is that you're talking to them and they're going over the program. It's not like you're actually training. It's not like you're actually training them online. You mostly just discussing what they should be doing, how they should be doing it, and stuff like that. It's not like you're actually training them through the thing. I'm not saying you can't, but that's how I seen it. You mostly just talking to them. Tall, good looking, get signal, suck at approaching. What do you mean you suck at approaching? Like, I don't know if you mean you have a hard time going up and approaching them, like you have approach anxiety, or you don't know what to say. So I'm gonna just assume that you mean you don't know what to say. And always just introduce yourself, brother, and ask them would they like to have a drink with you sometimes. That's how I always do. If I see something that I can break the ice with, if something is going on where I can break the ice with, then I'll use it. But if I don't have nothing, I'll just introduce myself and ask them like to have a drink. The attraction is what's going to do it. I hate to be the burden of bad news, guys, but the attraction is going to determine whether you get the number or not your approach, unless you say something stupid or something. But typically, yes or no, yes, whether you get the number now is going to be on her availability. All right, availability as in, is she emotionally mentally dating somebody? Maybe she broke with her boyfriend 2 weeks ago and she mentally ain't there. The timing, like, is she in a bad mood that day? Like, she could have been in a bad mood, like, y'all guys ever notice how somebody can call you and they can ask you for something and you'll say no, and then the next time somebody asks you, you say yes, and it's really that you don't. It's not that you like one person more than the other. You just in a better mood that particular day for whatever reason. You like, sure, man, I got $20 you can borrow. But somebody else asked you that same shit 3 days ago, using a pissed off mood. You're like, hell no, I ain't got $20. You know, it's just like the timing, like, you know. So a lot of this timing and stuff like that. Like sometimes when I was in New York City and I pass homeless people, sometimes I give them money, sometimes I don't. Just how I feel that particular day. And I don't really know why. Some days I feel like giving money to homeless people, and sometimes I feel like, man, get a damn job. I really don't. It's not like I know the bombs. It's just how I feel that particular day. You got to just catch me at the right mood. You know, I done gave homeless people $50. Sometimes I tell them no. It's you know, maybe I got my dick sucked last night. I don't fucking know. So it's timing, emotional availability, and the attraction. It's one of those three, bro. It's not gonna be your approach unless your approach sucks. Like if you ain't got no confidence. But let's just assume that you're a confident guy and you approach in a respectful way. I can tell you right now, one thing. Always. So let me drop a nugget on y'all guys. Always say excuse me. Excuse me. If you're in the club, excuse me. If she's in the gym, excuse me. She's walking down the street, excuse me. Always say excuse me. Because now you're being polite. By you being polite, she has no other choice but to be polite back. When you come up, hey, shawty, this now you being rude, so now she have a tendency to be rude because you're being rude. So whenever you approach a woman, guys, always, first thing out your mouth, excuse me. When I approach clients at the gym, the first thing always out my mouth, excuse me. I'm interrupting your workout. The very least I could do is excuse myself. All right, guys? When you are being polite, even if they reject you, he's being polite. He's been a gentleman. Excuse me. So always start with that. Appreciate the super chat. All right, bro. I got you. You know it's bad when you got a super chat. Hey, man, you know it's bad. You lose frame when you do it. Feel like you lose a frame when you do it. Lou, do what? All right, let's get some more calls. Let's see. Yep, hold on. We got another one. Best move for meeting women online dating or just going out. So I'm on every dating app, Bumble, Tinder. Well, I'm not on all. It's 100 of them, but I'm on Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge. Those are three I'm on, and meet women out. My thing is you want to generate leads from everywhere. All right. So like when I do my marketing for my staffing agency, I'm gonna put some marketing everywhere. All right. Obviously, some gonna be heavier than others, but you know you want to get leads from everywhere. All right. Let's get to some guys. All right. Let's see. Ant-Man left. Okay, Ant-Man had been down there a long time. There he is. What's up, bro?
What's good?
What's up, bro?
What's good, man? Not much. Real quick, I want to say I appreciate the direction you're taking your message. You really know how to, like, for the practical guys, all the way from like 20K all the way to 200K. You really know how to you understand the problems we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
But on that note, pretty much my question is, I've been with my girl for 6 years,
mm-hmm.
and we started off in college. I was 21 when I met her.
Okay.
And everything was going well. I mean, everything was still going sort of well, but pretty much recently I feel like I sort of found my purpose. But we both work good jobs in IT, so we both make over 100K.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because she has her own say to an extent. And pretty much what I found was that I want to do like some sort of house hacking and start real estate investing. And the house hacking would allow me to save like an extra $1,000 to $2,000 on top of what I'm already saving currently. And so, but
let me ask you. Hold on 1 second. You want to do the real estate?
Go ahead, mother.
You want to do the real estate?
Yeah. I mean, we've already sort of done a little bit, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already done a little bit of it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So why you want to do the real estate?
Yeah,
why you want to do the real estate?
Well, the first off, I want to do the house hacking because it like so for example, I have right now a duplex that one side almost pays off the whole mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And so it will put you in, you know, that it's sort of like it's you know, I don't want to use the word shortcut, but you know, for you know, for lack of any other words, it's sort of like a shortcut to abundance a little bit.
Okay.
Because you know that takes away one of the biggest, you know, that takes away rent. You know, it's going to take away around 1,000, 1,500, depending on where you live in. I don't know if you could hear me good.
No, I heard you. Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that's, you know, that'll be like a first step, and that helps you, you know, that helps you in your savings, which, you know, I'm trying to have a high savings rate so I could, you know, just more quickly pretty much invest my money or potentially have enough money for, you know, starting some sort of business or something. So that's sort of where I'm at, but at the same time, you know, I do love her too, and it's a weird, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's like, you know, I've been listening to some of the people saying, like, you know, you gotta be able to leave sometimes and all that. So, but it's not, you know, it's not, you understand, it's not always that straightforward or simple.
Well, my issue,
and I don't know if I would be.
My issue is how much you say you make six figures. Exactly what 6 figures? 6 figures could be 100, could be 900,000.
No. I'm at the low, obviously the low end. I'm right at right around 120.
All right, 140. So what do you do?
120.
120. What do you do?
Software engineering.
Okay. Could you do your own business? Could you start your own business? How much you think it would take to start your own business?
In software, I mean, it's not as straightforward. Like there's some freelancer people, but it's not that recommended. Like some people they start like a
if you was
freelancing agency, which is sort of similar to like probably what you're.
If you were to start a business, what would it be? Would it be that?
I really like the real estate joint, to be honest, because I feel like there's a lot of, like, you know, you start working with a team, so you gotta get a good contractor and all that stuff, and then you figure out how to continue sort of finding deals and going down that path.
So do you want to flip or be a landlord?
Mainly landlord, I would say, because I mean, it depends on how many deals will be needed to get to like a base level where I already got my expenses covered, and then at that point I may want to focus a little bit more on, you know, either like the renovations happening and stuff like that, sort of get a little bit of that social media side going.
Which one you think would make you more money, the business or real estate?
So a business in software, you're saying?
No, if you was to start a business, which one you think would make you more money, the real estate or business?
Short term, probably a business.
Long term too.
Yeah, long term too, for sure. Like, because you know, you can scale it a lot.
See, your process is off.
Go ahead.
Your process is off. Do the business first, then the real estate. You still do the real estate, but you do the business first. The business is always going to pay you way more than the real estate. Always, way more. You can get a business. Let's hypothetically say you get a business and it's
what
just
about
a
leveraging?
Huh?
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. You always make more money with the business than real estate. For the life of me, I just got to understand. I don't understand why people think so small. I want to know why you don't think. I want to know, because this is a thought in you. I want to know why you don't think you can make $10 million a year.
You're right on that. I mean, there's a little bit of scarcity mindset.
Exactly.
When it comes to, I'm definitely on, like, you know, I'm a math person. I'm a math, you know, and like for me, you always think of probabilities, right? You always think of like probabilities and stuff. I'm not saying that, you know, $1 million is not possible,
right?
But what about, you know, like you mentioned the way. I mean, I think I could make them. I definitely believe I could make, you know, have either businesses or make millions off real estate or something. But you know, I don't want to like predict a time frame for that. But what I think is if you could do it with as little risk as possible, why not take that route versus a little bit more risk? You know, so like if doing this small change would like, you know, double your savings, for example. Let's say that's just an example. Why not go that path?
I ain't gonna knock it. I'm just trying to get in this.
And then I guess go ahead.
I'm not
the
knocking
real estate thing. Go ahead, Muffle.
I'm not trying to knock your path. I'm just trying to get in the mindset of the everyday person as into why they think so lowly of like why not you? I'm just trying to get the psychology. I'm just trying to get the psychology of why not you? Like why do some people just think that hey, take my 140 and leverage debt and you know why can't you build your software business to be a $500 million? Why? I'm trying to get into the psychology of why people.
So, yeah, that's a big. Sorry, that's a big psychology question though, because you're asking pretty much. What you're asking is not just do you think it's possible, but it's do you want to do that, right? Because.
Well, no, you want to
so
do.
Some people they don't like. So, for example, let's say. No, but let's say, let me give you an example. So, for example, let's say if my real estate idea that I have is like with the whatever plan I'm potentially have, let's say there's like a 80% chance of that working out, and then obviously this is like maybe you know just starting a business is a closer to like 30% chance. So now you got to think about all right, I got 80 years to live here. I'm almost 30, so you got to start thinking about all these things, right? And then that's where you got to make hard decisions, pretty much. You just got to make like tough choices. It's not like obviously maybe you've gained already enough traction through YouTube and whatnot that you're starting to think bigger about $1 billion. And so, but think about maybe 4 years ago where were you at, or maybe 5 years ago, were you thinking already at I'm going to be making $1 million a month or something like that?
I never thought of it until all these people over the last 4 or 5 years became billionaires, and I'm just like Kanye, Rihanna, the Kardashians, Kylie. Jay-Z, LeBron. I'm just like these folks. They dropping people becoming billionaires like people used to become millionaires. So then you got to look and say to yourself, ain't none of these people I look at as maybe except Jay-Z as being brilliant, And so I'm just like, why not you? And so then I had to pose to you, and I'm thinking to myself, Kanye was doing good with the music. He went into debt to build Yeezy. He went into debt to do that. And I'm just like, what makes a guy, Kanye probably was worth $100 million at the time. He could have very easily been content with that and say, you know what? I'm worth $100 million and just, keep putting out my albums every 2 or 3 years and be happy. It made me think, what makes a guy like that who's already wealthy says, you know what? I want to take this shit to the next level. And then it makes me think to myself, well, why not you? What makes somebody like Rihanna, who probably had $100 million net worth at the time when she started her makeup line, what makes a person like that say, you know what, I want to take this shit to the... So then it just makes me think, like, why do some people think like that? And they're already worth 9 figures.
Yeah.
And why do some people just accept just being comfortable? And I say to myself, why not you? So when I look at Ant-Man, I'm saying to myself, okay, you can live a nice, cushy life. You and your wife both make 6 figures. And you can go and leverage that and do real estate. And you can build wealth slow like that. But when I'm saying to myself, why can't Ant-Man do a software company and he have 100 employees? Why not you?
I have a question for you. Why don't all right, let's say you have $1 million right now. Let's say like you have $1 million cash, right? And you could take that and invest it in some real estate and stocks, and that'll make you $100K a year. Let's just say it ends up working out to $100K a year. Forget the percentage for now, even if that'll make sense for some people. They might say less. But let's say you end up making $100K a year off that million. And you with your current lifestyle, you're like, yo, that's enough for me to have my 2 girls in rotation. I could have a couple vacations in. I have my apartment, whatever, or house or whatever, and I'm good. And but right now with your mindset, you want to go and start the agency. Why do you want to start the agency? I guess it's sort of like the same question, but in reverse. Why do you want to start the agency if you could potentially?
So when I watch,
like, just like, let's say you have $1 million or $2 million or whatever you need to get that 100.
So when I watch Shark Tank, Mark Cuban is the richest guy on there. He only takes deals that he sees that are very scalable. Like if he don't see a way that he can scale it to make it worth his time, he don't, even if he thinks it's a good business, he won't buy into it unless he sees it as scalable. So with the staffing agency, it's a low risk business proposition because it's not one of those businesses that you got to say, okay, like a nightclub where you got to invest $500,000 up front. It's a business that you come in and you could start it, everything and get everything underway for about 20 to 30 grand. So it's like a low risk proposition that I can write off. If it doesn't work out, I can say, okay, well, it's a $30,000 tax write off. Okay, no big deal. Opposed to, so I'm weighing it. It's not like one of these things that I got to come in and say I got to up front 600 grand. Like I would never tell you guys to do something that's gonna take your whole life savings. These are businesses like my security company was 30K with the insurance. These are low risk businesses. That software business, I guarantee you 30K can start. I can almost, without even looking into it, I can almost guarantee you can get it off the ground, go to LegalZoom, get an LLC, and get it off the ground and running for 20 to 30 grand, and then grow the business. I'm almost sure that without even looking into it. So then I say to myself, well, why not? Because it's not like a business where you got to say, well, it takes 300 grand to get it off the ground. It probably takes 25, 30 grand and you make the money. I'm just trying to get why everybody can't think like Kanye and Jay-Z and Rihanna, and why everybody got to accept.
So if it let's say, I mean, I guess it's kind of bad to think about it, but let's say if it fails and you lose 20K or whatever, you'll try it again?
Okay, let me ask you something. First of all, that 20K, all of it would be a tax deduction. So it wouldn't be a straight loss because you'll lose. So half of it would be cut off through the tax deduction. So really you lost. Whatever you lose, cut it in half because it'll be a tax deduction. All right. So whatever it is you lose is half. All right. So boom. So right off the bat, the tax deduction. Don't you think whatever the other half is worth the risk? I listen. It's not like you're a $30,000 a year guy and I'm telling you to invest your whole year's salary. You already make $140,000. You don't think it's worth the risk? Worst case scenario, you lose half of it and it's a tax deduction, right? So then you say, okay, if it's $30,000 to get off the ground, I lose 15 grand of cash, and then I can look and say I tried. I can look back and say I tried. I'm not knocking your route. You make a good salary. You can just keep investing into your brokerage account and do the real estate and build wealth slowly that way. But I'm just trying to get in your head and find out why you don't think that you can be the boss. Why can't you be
I think it's all about timing for me. So I would first get into that point where like the real estate or stocks and real estate or whatever are already covering, my, let's say $2,500 a month expenses or whatever. And then at that point, really, because at that point, then I could just say, all right, pretty much all of my salary from my job would be straight savings. So then I could say, all right, 4 months come, that's 24K right there. Put that into, why not just try it? Boom, try it there. Something happens, even if it don't work out, my expenses are already covered, right? And then I can just try it again, 4 months more, try something else, try, YouTube, market it, whatever, blah, blah. Obviously, you got to make sure that you're actually sticking to things and trying it, hard, but that's sort of, from that situation, I just think it just creates like a level of abundance to an extent, I'm maybe using abundance wrong there, but it creates a level of abundance to where you're like, you feel like you can take better risks and, maybe you can give it better, you might have more time. If something happens at work, it's not a big deal. If something happens with the investment, it's not a huge deal either. Obviously you still got to be careful because things can go under with the real estate as well, or the stocks or something like that. So it's not all fine and dandy, but I think it's, but yeah, I mean, that's sort of like, that's sort of, it's maybe just a timeline thing where it's like, all right, once I get covered, then you have, but yeah, I may be going in circles or whatever. But
Okay.
I don't know if that answers.
You know, I'm not gonna you know, I get the thought, but you know, I'm just putting something out there for you to think about, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
you
trying
think it's small thinking.
It's small thinking. Jay-Z said, I'm gonna do my own streaming service. I mean, just Jay-Z is the champion Cristal. He now he owns his own luxury champagne brand. This is what I'm, so the point what I'm trying to say is, you know, you can be the boss, is what I'm saying. Why not you? Why can't you? That's all I'm trying to get. This ain't just for you. I'm talking to everybody who's watching this now. Why not you? I get some things are more expensive. If a guy want to own a restaurant, you're gonna need a shitload of upfront money. I get stuff like that, but it's certain businesses that it don't take a whole lot of money to upfront to get it going. And I'm gonna go on a limb and say I bet that yours is probably one of them. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I bet you 50 tops, something you can save up in 2 years. But I'm not gonna knock you, bro. I'm not putting you down now. I'm just trying to get
no. I understand what you're saying.
To think big, to think why not you? Why can't Ant-Man make $5 million a year? Why can't you? What's wrong with you doing your own software thing? And why can't you make $5-10 million a year? Why can't you do that? That's all I'm saying. So I just want to put some thought into all my guys' head to why.
So the last thing I'll ask before I drop, because I want to give other people the opportunity.
Okay, go ahead.
Taking so long. So you don't. I know you probably. So it seems like your philosophy is you're starting to get a little bit more of like you're starting to change to a little bit more of a like, you know, growth mindset, but like do you feel like you may be losing a little bit of touch with like, you know, things like you know, survivorship bias and you know, just understanding like probability still and all these things? Like I know you understand it, but what I mean is, do you feel like, you know, now that you're in a certain position where you're at, you feel like you're not seeing that as maybe clearly?
Well, bro, I
kind of the general population.
I kind of had it in the basement. Remember, I started the security company, but even then, I had a small mindset. Like now, the way I think, like I didn't think this at the time I started the security company, but like now, it, you know, I let that go. But like now, I think like shit. Take the security company to Texas and California, every big state. You know what I'm saying? So like understand that I started the security company in the basement. Still living in the basement. You see what I'm saying? So even then, I took $30,000 to start that security company because most of it was the insurance is high as hell for a security company, right? So I took the little savings I had and started a security company. So even then, but I didn't have the expansion mindset then like I do now. Like you would have got me 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have thought a staffing agency just for Atlanta. Like now my mind is already mentally made up that I want to take it to California, Texas, Chicago, New York, Florida. So like now my mind is broadening to like expansion opposed to just doing a little rinky dinky, you know, comfortable 50 employees, 50 placings in Atlanta. That's how my mind would have thought, you know, 6 years ago. Now my mind, 7 years ago, now my mind is like, no. We're going to do it in Atlanta, but we also going to do it in Texas, California, New Orleans, Chicago, Philadelphia. You know, that's how my mind is already thinking expensive. I'm thinking big already. So that's the only thing that's changed between me then and now is just the expansion. But you got to remember, bro, I spent my little $30K to start the security company when I was still living in that shitty basement before I even moved. So I was grooming then. Yeah. I had already started thinking then about boss moves. YouTube was just something that happened. That happened by accident because I just was on YouTube and I just like watching YouTube and I hear a bunch of men crying and they can't get no women and I just snapped and I'm like, get your ass in the gym and get you a fucking better job and you'll get some pussy. Like I couldn't take it no more, you know. But the point being is that just happened by chance. That was just something that's like I'm watching YouTube and I'm watching Sandman. I'm watching all these MGTOW and everybody crying about female nature and I just couldn't take it no more. And I just snapped and just got on you. I just fucking couldn't take it no more. That was just by accident. I never knew all this was gonna come off of YouTube. I actually even thought it was gonna be risky because I had 75% of my clients were like females in Manhattan, like housewives, right? And so like I was like, what if they see the videos? Because you know, I was like, fuck it, you know. So I just did it anyway. But so it's not like I lost touch. It's just like, why not y'all?
Yeah, I appreciate the perspective, man. I'm gonna let you continue on with your show. I appreciate every.
All right, bro. Be good, man.
Bro, have a good one.
Be good. All right. Y'all press 1. Y'all press 1 if y'all agree with me. Why not y'all? Why not? If you watching this right now, listen, I understand some businesses are expensive to get started. So I know a club and a restaurant, a car lot, things like this take a lot of money to get started. So I get that. But if you somebody who cut hair, you can't save up 30 grand to get your own hair salon and rent out chairs. You can't do that. Y'all can't do that. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I think I did hit question already. She broke up with me last week because I lost my purpose and got complacent. She wants to meet Monday. Do I apologize? Do I take her back? Never apologize to a woman, ever. You can take her back, but she got to make it up to you. If you broke up with me and you come back, you know, you got to make it up. Yeah, I don't just take you back. You got to make that up. Salute, bro. Salute. I might do that. Damn, bro. I might write that down. I might do a cookbook. I might do that, bro. I wonder how good would that do. Appreciate the super chat. So right now I'm working on my next book. It's my fitness book, and I'm working on that now. And I only start on that after doing this and seeing how many guys want fitness advice. That's like shit. Let me just do a fitness book then. So I'm working on that right now. I have 100 and don't ask if one of you motherfuckers ask me, hey man, when the fitness book coming out? You know you can't never tell motherfucker, man. Do not ask me. It'll be out. Don't rush me. I'm gonna take my damn time. Don't rush me. I have 150K. I'm ready to invest. I want 150. Do you make 150K or do you have 150K saved up? I'm just gonna assume you got 150K saved up. I wanted to try and schedule a 1-hour call if possible. I didn't see the option on the website to add your card. Would love to talk. Thank you for all you do. So I took the hour option off of the website because whatever you want, I guarantee it don't take an hour. So that's why I took the hour option off, bro. So whatever you want, just book the 30-minute consultation. And if you need another 30 minutes, I'll do another 30 minutes. But rarely do I talk to somebody that actually needs the hour. So what would happen back in the day was guys would book an hour consultation, and I have the problem fixed in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and so then we end up just trying to find something else to talk about for the last 35 minutes. So I took the hour option off because rarely do somebody actually need the hour. You might think you need an hour, but most times or not, whatever you want, I bet you I can have it. I bet you I can tell you what it is in 30 minutes or less. That's why I took the hour off. When I used to have the hour on there, we have guys, so guys would be on the phone, right? And then they would be shocked at how fast, like, I can tell them what they need to do. And so then here we are just shooting the shit. So yeah, man. So what you doing this weekend, man? So then we end up just talking about 30 minutes about nothing, filibustering, right? Just to fill the hour out, right? So I took the hour off there because all I need is about 30 minutes. So yeah, just go in there and get the 30 minutes, bro. So y'all agree with me. I see a lot of ones. So a lot of guys agree with me. I'm going back through. I see now all the ones. So guys, believe me, why not you? And that's all I'm saying. All right, let's get some over here. My man Tom.
Yo, hey, lads.
Man, you look like you in your cell. Damn it.
What you say?
I seen you look like you laying in your bunk in your cell. I said, let me get them before they say lights out.
I'll get it. Yeah, hey, lads. Damn, I appreciate you, man, for everything. Word.
What's up? What's your question, bro?
Shit. But I want to go back to school for real.
Okay.
So I want to go back to school. Full time, but I'm working though.
Mm-hmm.
I got a trade now, so
Mm-hmm.
I know it was a person that really settled for real. I know it was a person that really settled, so that's why I got a trade and I'm trying to go back to school. I already got a degree, but I'm just trying to get more credits.
You got a degree now?
Yeah, at AA.
For Alcohol Anonymous or what's that?
No, associates.
Oh, associates. Okay.
Yeah.
And you trying to go back and get a bachelor's?
Yeah.
Okay, a bachelor's in what?
Sports management.
Okay, and you sure that's what you want to do, passionate about?
Yeah. See, I'm all over the place, man. See, I
All
like
right.
sports.
That's fine.
I like sports, video games, and women.
Okay, if you like sports, then the sports management is good. A good career, as long as you like the sport. So that's good. Get that degree. So you just in school right now? That's it.
No, I work too.
Okay, what kind of work you do?
I do FedEx, but I got CDL Class B. Like, and I saw like your video, like get a tray or something. I went and got my CDL, so I got that too.
Okay, all right, bro. Just keep going, and so you in school, you working. Everything takes time. You ain't gonna be a millionaire, but just keep going what you're doing, bro.
Alrighty. And I got another question, like for like the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I not really had a problem with girls.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like on the job. See, that's why I always had like an entrepreneur mindset. It seemed like the guys be hating though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
hate on you with the girls?
Yeah, like they be like trying to slander like the kid name. You know what I'm saying? Like girls be telling like, oh, this person said this and now. Like I don't get to all that gossip though.
No, me neither. I don't even entertain it.
So when they do that, I cut the girl off for real. Like
I don't even entertain it. My motto is believe what you want to believe.
Right.
That's
so
my motto.
Yeah. So all right, about the girls, like I'm trying to pull more.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say about that?
You
See, I
want
be
more?
hitting the gym and everything. I never really had problems like hitting the gym.
More women.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, so that's the issue right there. So how much money you making a year?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I make a good amount.
How much? Over 100?
No. Like average. See, I know people be watching. Like I'm like very like low key. Like how much I make. Cause I know how to make different money legally. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make money. Like I got caught and stuff now. Like ever since I watch the videos, like I up the level.
Okay.
So I could do like DoorDash. I work. You know what I'm saying? I go to school. Like I'm all over the place. Like I never like was content.
So
ever since I was young.
If you want more women, then you gotta live more of a social life to meet more women. You gotta generate more leads.
Right.
So if you're the best version of yourself and you saying, okay, I do well for myself and I'm in good shape, I hit the gym, then now it's just a matter of the third aspect is the lifestyle. Are you generating leads?
Right.
That's approaches, phone numbers. That's when I say leads, that's what I mean leads. So like it's no different in a business, right? I got a business, I got a good product, all right, but it don't do no good if don't nobody know about the product. So so marketing is your social life as far as you mean women. If you're not living an active social life, then you're not going to get leads.
Right.
So if you want to meet women, you like I tell the guys who I talk on the phone, they asking me, you got to make it for the guys who want to just if you call in and you want to just bang the most chicks. What I would tell any guy is you got to go to these happy hour spots Monday through Friday, the happy hour spots. Have dinner at the bar, not a drink, a dinner at the bar, and Saturday and Sunday catch brunch. Right. You do that 7 days a week, and see how many women you get.
Yeah, dang it, and that's crazy because I really don't like hitting I really don't like hitting the clubs like that for real. I know it's really like that.
I ain't say club.
Or it could be like the gym or something like that.
No. I said happy hour spots at like a nice restaurant.
Nice restaurant? Oh,
wow. 6 to 8, something like that, 6 to 9. I ain't saying about no club. Nice restaurant. What town you live in?
So I live in Baltimore, Maryland.
Shit to do in Baltimore. See, some people ain't got that luxury because they stay in these slow ass, cities.
Right.
Baltimore is pretty active. So
but it's small though. It's very small. Like, all right, I ain't gonna say it's small, but like they got like different parts of Maryland. Like you go like PG County. I like you said, I need to get out more. Like I need to get out.
That's the problem. When you listen, man, most guys probably don't meet enough women because their lifestyle is not active enough to where they're generating leads. So when I was younger, to generate leads before social media and stuff, we would just hit Walmart Monday. So like we would hit the club on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right, to generate leads. But I'm from Alabama, so ain't no clubs open, and plus we got to work in the morning. So what we would do is the thing was we had 3 super Walmarts in my town. Mm-hmm. Me and my best friend, we would hit all 3 of them and meet women, like fake like we grocery shopping, like buy one thing and meet women, generate leads. And what we would notice is when we weren't putting that work in, we didn't have no leads.
Right.
But when we was putting that work in, getting out, so you get off work, come on, shower, put some clothes on, and we would hit the super Walmarts. I'm serious. I'm from a small town where it ain't like Atlanta and New York where it's got all these places. So the super Walmart was the thing. And we generated leads going to super Walmart.
Oh, wow.
We called it Club Walmart.
Dang, that's crazy.
I'm not telling you to do that. It's different now.
Right.
But you just go to these rooftop bars and restaurants, these nice ones, and go there and have your nice salad or dinner doing happy hour. I bet you pick up leads if you dress nice.
Right. And that's another thing too. I like to dress nice too. So yeah, like I'm versatile. Like I could dress like not hood, but you know what I'm saying, I could dress, dress down. I could dress casual and stuff like that. But like you said, I need to get out more.
Right.
And enough of that. I want to get to like how to stay motivated. That's my biggest thing. Like, cause I had it when I was young. It seemed like when I got older, I'm like, I don't know. It seemed like I'm everywhere. I'm trying to figure out what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it never take like I know how to make money, but I want to do something that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go get a job easily. I could go and like anything I put my mind to, I could do. I just need to do something like where's all I love. Like that's where I'm at right now.
Well, my motivation just comes from wanting to be better every day.
Right.
The motivation have to come from a factor. So what's your factor? And you use that for motivation. So before I even wanted to become a trainer, before I even made up my mind to become a trainer, this girl in Brooklyn gym rejected me. And that's when I was 300 pounds as a 300-pound bouncer still.
Right.
And then I saw about 2 weeks later you with this fit, ripped up guy in the gym from the gym. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I used that as motivation.
For real?
Yeah,
I seen that you always say that though, but like throughout my life, I ain't trying to brag nothing. Like I never really had problems with women.
Let me say something else to you. My motivation for everything else in my life was to just be the best.
Right. Or I think I didn't mean to cut you off.
So let me explain. I'm trying to drive your motivation because this is an issue that I keep hearing guys keep coming up with discipline and motivation as a thing. They have a hard time staying this, they have a hard time staying motivation. So with me, everything I did, I wanted to become the best at it. All right. So and everything I put my mind to, I've always become the best. I became the best seller at the gym. I became the biggest dating coach on YouTube before Kevin Samuels popped. I was the biggest guy on YouTube before Kevin popped. Now in this staffing agency, my mentality is I want to build the biggest. I don't want to just get by and squeak. My mindset is whoever number one, look out. I don't want to just. It ain't about the money. I just want to be the best because I say I'm the best.
Right.
You feel me? So whatever you doing, the human sports agent, whatever, you got to make up your mind as whoever the top spot. You better get ready, playboy.
And that's my thing. I never tried like, you know what I'm saying? Because I got business mindset. You know what I'm saying? I always had that mindset to like, you know what I'm saying, to have a business or something. Like I always like, I never really. That's why I'm all over the place because I never really like working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing wrong. I like doing it for real, but I feel better like working for myself. But like you said, like try to be the best. Like whatever I want to do. Like right now, like people like when I do like when I'm at work or something like that, people say I do a great job. Like every job I had, Like, I ain't really had that many jobs, but every time I did a job, they say I do great.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't like being praised. I think that's the main thing. Like, I don't like having all the attention on myself. Like, I not really like that. So what, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I always try to stay humble. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like a humble guy. Like, anybody that you know that be around me, like they'll tell you like I'm a humble guy. Like, I not really try, like, if someone's like, if I get too much praise, like I try like disappear, like, cause I don't really like all that attention for real.
What I would tell you, bro, is to be a doer and not a talker.
Right, that's why I am. And,
okay.
And people like praise me for
you say
doing
you
that, and I don't like that.
So you say you want to be an entrepreneur?
Right.
Go be an entrepreneur. Don't talk about it.
Right.
Go do it then.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right. Thank you, man.
You good, bro. All right, guys. It's time for me to say goodbye to all. I'll be here next Thursday, man. I got y'all next week, man. I got y'all next week, bro. I'm tired as hell, man. All right. All right. Be good, boss. Y'all hit that like button on the way out, man. I put in a hard 3 hours and 15 minutes. Y'all hit that like button on the way out. Peace.